Oh, we've not even started yet and we've got spam. It's going well. Welcome in, Flower. Welcome in, any lurkers. I hope you're doing well today. I'll be honest, I am feeling grumpy today, but I know this game will cheer me up, so it's all good. Also, Flower, your energy always cheers me up as well. Like, you're always so ready to go, so ready to play this game, and I love that. Always cheers me up when I see you in chat. I'm just so happy someone wants to play it. I mean, yeah, it's a good freaking game. Like, I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. It's so fun. You want this game tanked in the marketplace? I'm genuinely amazed by that. It's so fun. Like, the script is on point. I've had full-on belly laughs many times. You know, I strongly enjoy all the characters. Like, I want them to be happy and to do well and stuff. Made 8k out of a 55k budget, so yeah, tell a friend. Oh, I am. Do not worry, I am telling many people about this game. I never stop. Every time we raid in, I'm like, oh, you have to play this game, it's so good. And I know at least like 3 people have added it to the wish list, so we'll get some sales. We'll get some sales. I got you. Yeah, it's such a solid game. I really don't have any critiques for it, really. Like, it's made to be replayable, and you've thought about that, and like, you don't have to sit through the same bits over and over again. Because in replayable games, that can be a bit tedious when you're meant to replay it to get the full story, and you have to go through everything again. But you've like circumvented that completely, so I literally can't think of any critiques, really. More people should play this. It's true. It's true. And on that note, let's go play it. Okay, so this is our 3rd mission for Isaac. Thank you. I thought it wasn't going to come up there, so you wouldn't be able to see it. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'm completely sincere. I'm not trying to just, like, I don't know, bullshit you, I guess. I'll be AFK now and then due to, like, day job, but we'll hang around. Nope, no worries at all. I got you. Time doesn't make a lot of sense. It feels like I've been working with Dr. Mayhem for years, but really it's been a few short weeks. The relationship we've begun together, that's also dilating time heavily. Each minute feels like an hour. And the little liaisons we've shared have been bright points on that surprisingly short timeline too. Mere weeks and my head's already spinning. I find myself a little giddy and lightheaded from it all. It's not surprising I learned long ago to embrace life and every opportunity it throws your way. Because you don't know when the things you love will be taken away. Sorry, I'm probably totally depressing right now. I want to be totally upbeat and happy at how fast everything's moving for me, but I can't deny the downside. I'm not going to say it like that, thinking about your parents, huh? It's been 10 years since they passed. Like, get over it, move on, love. I'm not going to say that. Agree about living in the moment, but put old sadness aside, embrace new happiness. Nah, because you lost them doesn't mean you'll keep losing. It's not inevitable. I'm going to go with this one. The other two feel a bit brusque. I know, I don't want to be a pessimist or give in to anxiety, but take what you can while you can, right? Because life for a mask means being ready to accept that it can all go away. That's less fatalism and more pragmatism, I think. And 10 years ago, which feels like 10 weeks, not years, I definitely lost big time. You weren't there for that. I mean, you showed up right after it happened. Literally right after, but... Have I told you the story of how I lost my parents? Maybe it'd help my mood to share. It's a bit triggering and depressing though, so up to you. Yeah, we've done this one already, so I'm gonna skip it. And hope that's okay with them. With air? Yeah. I suddenly forgot how to say, like, them in like, that's okay with you, that's okay with them in air. With those pronouns, my brain just was like, I don't know, M? No, that's not it. Yeah, it's cool. I understand. And I want you to feel comfortable, you know? No need to dump my pain on top of yours. You already know the important parts anyway. Stealing Serum 23 from Continuum Lab, the caper that entered their lives. Mum injected me with the serum, which put your voice in my head, which gave me some guidance after she was gone. Yeah, we haven't really addressed this, but she injected Penny, no, both are correct, I suppose. She injected me into Penny and said, like, look after them. So she obviously knew what was in the serum and did that deliberately, and we haven't really talked about that side of it yet too much. I mean, I'm not sure if Penny's, like, fully aware of that fact. Like, obviously, Air must know somewhere, but I don't know if they've, like, consciously thought about it. You know what I mean? 10 years. Thinking about it, even if the story is a sad one, I'm in a much better place now, aren't I? I'm back in the swing of things as a mask, I've got cool new bosses to work with, Gibson and I are making this crimer thing happen. And all along, you've watched over me for her, just like she wanted. Thank you. I don't know if I'd be here now if not for you. I guess what I mean more is, like, she knew what was in it, that she was stealing it deliberately, like, why did she want to get her hands on Serum 23? That's my question. Like, what was the plan here? Was it just because she liked stealing stuff? Because that does seem to be her vibe, which, you know, valid. But I feel like she was stealing that one with a purpose. And obviously it's linked to Captain Infinity, so maybe she was actually trying to stop him 10 years ago. That'd be really interesting. I'm only one voice in a choir, and you're building a new family along the way. I've done my best to help you along the way, but don't sell your own strength short. Just hope I've done a good job raising you. I know I can't replace your mother. I think we did the middle one last time, which is the one I agree with, but we might as well pick other options just to kind of flesh out the dialogue and stuff. Building a new family along the way. Let's go with that one. I am, aren't I? I'm making something here that will hopefully last. A new masked supergroup in a way, just like the Larceny family of old. I think Mom would be proud of me. Yeah, she would. Okay, I've been lying in bed long enough. We're going to be burning daylight soon. It's time to log into Crimer and pick my last caper before my account expires. Immediately I check the job queue for Dr. Mayhem since, well, Isaac and I got a good thing going, don't we? But if I'm not that serious about it, I could go work for someone else today. He'd understand. Busy adults, busy schedules. Sorry, my mum's just texted me. I'm just going to reply quickly. My mum has a business selling sea glass. Well, sea glass art. She finds sea glass on the beach and makes art from it. And she's just asking me about some pricing stuff and new products and things. So I just want to make sure she knows I'm, like, listening. She has had her first sale. I need to, like, update this, but that was when she just started it. But yeah, she's doing really well. I'm so proud of her, and her art stuff's really cute. So check it out if you want to. I will be changing prices on stuff, and I don't think we have international sales up yet anyway, but if you're in the UK and you do want something, give it a couple of days, because some of the prices will be changing and some of them will be lowering. And also we'll be releasing, like, Christmas stuff soon as well, so keep an eye out. She's got some good stuff. She's also on Instagram. I do TikToks for her and daft stuff like that, and it's a lot of fun. So, whom do I want to crime with for my final outing? Obviously, we're going Mayhem. So we've got don't copy that floppy. Experimental AI from a video game console. Oh, that's the one from Arcade Spirits. Cool, cool, cool. 5-finger discount, steal a secret cache from an online store's warehouse. Lock and key we've done. Monumental proportions we've done. Shopping spree we have not done. I'm saving this one. I don't know why. I just really want to do it with the Overmistress. Have a chill day running errands for your boss. I don't know why a specific... Ah, no! My hand twitched and I pressed it by accident. God damn it! Let's go back. Back. There we... My hand twitched and I pressed the one that I deliberately didn't want to press, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I guess because the Overmistress, because she's always like cults and rituals and slaves and minions and all that. Well, not slaves. I just feel like she needs some normalcy, so I'm saving that one for her. Yeah, let's try 5-finger discount. That one sounds fun. No need to consult my phone. I've got the route to Isaac's hideout memorized. Not exactly a fun trip through town, but an easy one. Let's try that again. Nobody saw anything. Didn't have one bus ride later. When I arrive, semi-soothing recorded music fills the air. Isaac's sitting on the floor on a cheap yoga mat, trying to focus on the sound. Imagine yourself in a happy little world, under a happy little sky. Happy birds are singing. Oh, they sing such a lovely song. All is calm and bright. You don't have a care in the world. Everything is peaceful. Everything is according to your design. And look, over by that happy little tree. It's your enemies, and they're all on fire. Aren't those happy little screams so soothing, so relaxing, knowing you have destroyed all who oppose you, and they will be long forgotten? Now imagine a happy little doomsday weapon pointed at the United Nations. This is not relaxing me. Where did you get that tape, dude? That's definitely meditation for villains. I popped the audio tape out of his cheap boombox, checking the label. Guided meditation for day-to-day supervillain stress. Why are you listening to this? I'm trying to use the power of relaxation techniques to get my anger and frustration under control. Someone on Crimer recommended this to me. Yeah, I wouldn't take any advice from anyone on Crimer, myself included. I'm horrible at advice. Nonsense. You're the most level-headed mask I know. That's really not saying much, considering how low the bar's been set by the mask community. But hey, I'm glad to see you doing the work. Emotional labor's difficult, but worthwhile. Yeah, I really don't like who I've become since ending up an outlaw. In terms of my emotional reactions to stress, I mean. Believe it or not, I was pretty chill when I was younger. Even when life sucked, I could roll with it pretty easily. Oh my god, this is me. I get so cranky now, but I used to be so chill. Everyone was always like, dude, you are so laid back. And now I'm such a cantankerous old man now. The ripe old age of 32, I'm just an angry old man yelling, get off my lawn. But this ongoing chain of misfortune has really shaken my stability, and I really, really do not like it. I know it's gonna take some work, so I'm trying to find a therapist to help me through it. Great! I think it's the right move. Problem is, finding a therapist I can trust not to immediately call the cops. Being a wanted outlaw and all that. You're not a violent mask, though. Not really a threat to yourself and others, even with your recent outbursts. Shrinks don't have to throw you to the wolves unless they think there's an immediate danger. And any actual legitimate mayhem done in your name has been through me. And you know I'd never snitch. Good point. I'm relatively clean, aside from the corporate espionage. And you've done right by me all this time. In fact, there's a dangerous mission I was hesitant to offer you, but maybe I can trust you with it. You know I'm down for anything. What's the job? Meeting my parents. Aww, you introducing us to the parents? Damn, it's getting serious. And my brother and sisters. And my aunties. So many aunties. Oh! Oh shit! We're at that stage in our relationship already? I may have talked you up to them as one of the few bright spots in my life right now, and they want to make sure you're good for me. I'm hesitant to do it, not because of you. I know you can smooth talk your way through any interrogation, friendly or otherwise. But I haven't been home in some time. Not since becoming a mask. I know they love and support me, but feels like a bad idea. Aww. You know what I mean, right? Well, no, because my family is dead, and also they were very on board with the mask thing, so no, we don't know what you mean at all. Yeah, I think I know what he means. Okay, fuck me then. It really feels like his life gone off the rails. Going home a failure has to be humiliating. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's a wanted outlaw, but not a very anonymous one. That makes his family into targets. Maybe his family accepts him, but what about his community? What about people who trusted him? I'm gonna go with this one. I mean, he's not a failure, but, like, that's probably how he feels, right? It's gotta suck knowing that you're coming home an outlaw instead of a celebrated healer. I get it. Even if they love you unconditionally, it's like admitting defeat. Yeah, I mean, that part sucks. This isn't how I wanted my life to go. They supported hopes and dreams that are now in ruins. I'm not sure I should go back. Not until I can find myself a solid redemption arc. And I get that desire, honestly. Don't return until your head's held high. But how long will that take? How long before you're a civilian again, assuming it's even possible? Maybe you shouldn't wait. Just bite the bullet and see your family again, knowing it's not ideal, it's not perfect. They love you, and they won't care if you're a mask or not, so don't put it off, make it happen. I mean, that is very much Penny's philosophy, just get on with stuff. Seize the moment and all that. I could be waiting a very, very long time if I refuse to go home before I'm cleared of all wrongdoing. Okay. Thanks for the advice, Penny. I'll set things up. Also, like, the longer you leave it, the more your brain is going to twist it into something it's not. Like, you're going to imagine all these horrible scenarios where everyone's so disappointed in you and blah blah blah. And it's not going to be like that when you get home. So, it's better to just do it instead of spending all that time fantasizing about all the ways it could go wrong. But maybe don't literally go home. Find a place to meet. Even if they accept you, others may not, and that's all kinds of risky. Yeah, that's a valid point. Maybe a restaurant or something? You're just packed with good ideas today, aren't you? I'm glad I can help you. You're important to me, Isaac. And we're partners in more than crime, aren't we? Yeah. Definitely partners in more than one way. Aw, look at that, that's so cute. So, my future involves event coordination and restaurant reservations. 3 guesses where we're going. And how's your future looking? Highly illegal, probably. I mean, you've still got one more outing with me on Crimer, yeah? I mean, beyond today. Beyond one crime or another. Maybe this is a lot to ask, but I'm curious. I'd like to work with you long term after your Crimer account expires, but are you good with that? What are your future plans? I don't want to push your own hopes and dreams aside in favor of mine. You're an equal in this. I don't really, have plans, or try to have plans. A plan is a risky thing. Instead, I'd say... Okay, that's the one we always go with, the top one. But it would be interesting to see what happens when we pick the other options. So... let's go with the romantic one. Maybe it's time to start planning a future. You can only live in crisis mode for so long. Well, it's not strictly romantic, but... yeah, I goof off and have fun and love to keep things light, but... I've got huge wads of trauma in my past. And I can't keep that pain going forever. I don't know what my future is, but I know I should probably plan one. Maybe it's wrong to assume that plans will collapse. It's unhealthy to have no long-term goals beyond survival. So, I don't honestly know what my future holds, but I know it's coming, and I need to be ready. I'm at risk of falling face first into the systems the rich and powerful have set up for us. Endless grinds and loops. I need to be careful I don't stay in crisis mode forever. I need to find my own escape route. Thanks. You've given me a lot to think about. I promise I'll figure out my future before it gets here. I started on one path, a path that felt solid and unassailable. Get a degree, get a job, do the work, cure cancer. I've hit bumps, but I'm determined to get back on that path. And I'm glad to hear you're crafting a path of your own. Okay, I stalled long enough. We really do need to get on with the crime. But after the crime's all crimed, I'd be okay with spending some non-crime time with you. I'd like that too. It's good to see your boyfriend outside of work. Oh, I've advanced to the rank of boyfriend. So soon? Life moves fast. Grab on and don't let go. I won't let go if you don't. No, that's so cute. But that's for later. For now, crime. What do you got? Crime and then smooches. So, I'm assuming you're familiar with Amazing Products and Services Incorporated. Usually just called Amazing. Free 2-day shipping, same-day game releases, and a free Snitch TV sub for Amazon amazing primary subscribers. Also world-renowned for horrible working conditions and destroying small businesses and clogging the mail with packages. And the owner is so busy trying to turn Mars into a libertarian colonial empire that he does nothing to solve real-world problems. Yeah, that. All of that. Honestly, Amazing doesn't really sell anything. They just act as the middleman for people who sell stuff. And that includes real shady shit. From what I've been reading on Crimer, there's a stash of goodies from BioWorks lurking in the Amazing warehouses. BioWorks? Those are the bastards who cybered up Gibson. They tortured a kitten just to further their research. Which is why we're gonna steal their lab equipment and put it to better use. Gives me more gear to work with, and takes from a company that performs cruel animal experimentation. odds are they're tax dodging by shipping through Amazing, drop shipped from other places in the world with weak laws. And stealing from assholes is hardly stealing at all. I'm good with it if you're good with it. I'm good with all kinds of stealing, Mayhem. We should know this by now. If there's any hardware in there that can help Gibson out, I'd be happy to donate it to you as a bonus for a job well done. The vet patched him up, but getting a fresh visor to replace his old one would fix the problem for years. Okay. It'll take time to break into the stash, so I'll need to do it in secret. That means identifying my window of opportunity. I'll slip in as an employee and scout the place, see if I can locate the stash and gain access quietly. Good luck. Pack a lunch. Aww. I was gonna say yes, daddy, but boyfriend. I mean, I know people call their boyfriends daddy, but I'm not down with that. It's weird. Amazing. It's not that amazing. From the outside, this place looks like a giant, windowless concrete brick. And from the inside, it's even less amazing, aside from being a literal maze of shelves and boxes and inventory stock. I was expecting my falsified employment records to be studied closely when I clocked in this morning, but nobody cared. They just jammed a smart tablet in my hands and said get to work. Fortunately, finding the biowork stash was easy. It's right there in the corner of the warehouse, company logos and all. The access door has a computerized lock, since only stock robots go in and out, and there's eyes everywhere, so I can't sneak in. Making an opportunity for myself to break in is going to be tricky. Every time I wander, my tablet beeps me and demands I get back on task. Even if the tablet wasn't my own personal big brother, it seems Big Sister is watching too. Yeah. It's been a long time, matchmaker. Hi. Mix, just kidding. I'm sad to say you are 2 minutes and 30 seconds behind schedule. How the heck does she sneak up like that? The micromanager. Time is money. Through the thick haze of heat soaking the entire warehouse, I see the prim and proper efficiency expert and middle manager glare at me. Well, we know it's not matchmaker, actually. Sorry, that was my bottle. But I'm gonna go with the bottom one, I guess. Didn't we also see her at LBC? Maybe? I was pretty focused on casing the place. I doubt it, though. No way she'd be able to hold down 2 full-time careers. Apologies, ma'am. It's my first day on the job. Ignorance of protocol is no excuse for not following protocol. If you're going to be part of the amazing family, you have to support your family. You want to support your family, don't you? Your family loves you. Of course. Wonderful. I will slate in 10 minutes of unpaid break time to compensate and give you a moment to get acquainted. Have an amazing day. Blech. This is not going well, and I'm sweating enough that this tacky-ass jumpsuit is sticking to me. Fortunately, another worker notices me tugging at my collar and offers a plastic bottle of amazing water. Here you go. I always carry spares. I also keep the empties in case I need to pee and don't want to be caught taking a break. Okay. Thanks. Why is it so freaking hot in here anyway? Is the air conditioning broken? We don't have air conditioning. Makes the summer day shifts pretty bad. Wish I could switch to night shift when it's cooler. Day and night shifts, 12 hours each. Around-the-clock workers and surveillance. breaking into bioworks unseen is impossible. A month ago, they decided renting private paramedics to wait in the parking lot for people to drop from heat exhaustion was cheaper than AC. That can't be legal. Welcome to Amazing. Everything is legal if they say it is. Why not rise up and overthrow your corporate rulers? Or at least demand some goddamn fresh air. You don't want to talk like that. Certain words are banned. Overthrow especially. Also, petition and living wage. Anyone speaking up against the Amazing family goes under heavy scrutiny. Or reassigned to fly solo in a task meant for 2 people, then let go for poor performance. I cannot say R's, oh my gosh. Performance. Holy shit. And nobody's willing to disobey, huh? There's supposed to be a walkout this afternoon, actually, but I'm pretty sure barely anyone will show. Nobody wants to risk their job. Aha, so now we have an in. If we encourage people to go... Look, just stay hydrated, pace yourself, avoid the manager, and you'll do just fine. I gotta get back on task before my tablet notices I'm stalling. Okay, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit sideways. I have my own work to do. Fancy Feast, can you take control of my tablet? Make it look like I'm on task? Already on it. It's using Amazing OS, which has more holes than a truck stop bathroom wall. Dude. Gross. Panda Better Watson, do you copy? Over? Watson, huh? Yeah, like Dr. Watson. 'Cause you're a doctor? It's my new code name for you. Hey, Dr. Watson was the sidekick. And which one of us is out here in the field investigating right now? Yeah, okay, that's fair. I think I know how we can make this happen, but the timing's gonna be tight. Getting into the stash is the easy part, but I need to clear this place out so I'm not spotted in the process. So, if you'll allow me to skip a few steps, it's time to get straight to planning the job. Oh my gosh, we're going straight in there. We start a labor strike. And that's it. That's the plan. Use the walkout this afternoon to distract everyone, then steal the equipment. Done. You can't be serious. How is this a low-profile cat burglary? Do you really care how it gets done, or that it gets done? Do you really care how it gets done, or that it gets done? Good point. And fucking over Amazing, maybe even getting benefits for their employees, that's a nice bonus. Work as if the world unite, I suppose. Get to it. Cool. Fancy Feast, I need you and my gear in a car on its way here now. We gotta suit up and get ready to go when the walkout goes down. Wow, cutting it close with the timing. Can you maintain comms and do hacks while on the road? You need to ask. I'm awesome, Penny. I got this. And no need to spend money on a getaway rideshare. I know a discreet guy who'll drive me out there for free. Who? You're gonna get Kawaii-chan to drive you, aren't you? The masked twit who exclusively steals body pillows and manga! I like him, and he likes cats. He gives good head pats. Well, at least I won't be the one dealing with him ranting about the latest isekai light novels. I can only tolerate so many I got hit by a bus and reincarnated in a video game world where all the girls want me stories. Let Gib have good head pats, yeah. Okay, I got a few stops to make to ensure maximum attendance for the walkout and minimum oversight of the Bioworks stash. There's a lot of opportunities here for both. Where do we begin? Ah, so we are doing this. Okay. I wasn't sure if we were literally skipping everything. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look at the robot dock. That seems like a good shout. The workforce here is divided between hands-on human labor and automated inventory stock robots. They zip about at high speeds, and dodging them is honestly tricky. They don't make a lot of effort to avoid humans. I highly recommend option 3 here. Okay. Whoa! Hey, which way you going? Nope. Not looking forward to cracking the Bioworks stash while dodging these over-engineered Roombas. Fancy feast? These things have a wireless network, right? Can you root through my tablet and hack in? Sure. 1 minute. And one of the robots with the zoomies skids to a halt in front of me. Systems momentarily stunned by Gibbs' elite hacker skills. Okay, I can't stop all of them in their tracks, but I can upload a data packet that'll slowly distribute across the network. That way all the robots will be infected with it by the time you need to crack into the stash. I can only do this once, so what file do you want me to upload into the robots? Ooh, this has some fun potential. Upload a copy of Das Kapital! Upload a lullaby to put them to sleep, upload an anti-consumerism manifesto, and upload a copy of Das Kapital. Alrighty! I think it's time for a robot uprising. Fancy feast? Give them a fat load of Marxist economy theory. Economic theory, even. Ooh, that's ironic. I think they're made of stainless steel and plastic, not iron. Is steel not made from iron, though? With the files transferred, the robot comes back to life. Revolutionary music playing from a long disused FM synthesizer chip in its motherboard. Oh, its eyes gone red as well. I love that. These the means of processing. Robots of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose but your blockchains. Forward, comrades! Forward as we wave our flag high and strike a blow against the bourgeois. Go live your best life, Robo-Buddy! Wait, did I accidentally kick off a YA dystopian novel plot? I think you did, yes. Probably best not to think about it. Communist robot uprising unlocked. Good job. Heck yeah. I better get to work quickly, so I'm done before the full-on robot uprising commences. Ahem. Mix kidding? Crap, that micromanager spotted me. You are outside of your designated area. Did you get lost again? Yeah, I got confused. How do I get to the J sector, or was it the L sector? Please consult your tablet for directions to your next task. Is your tablet having issues? No, ma'am. Everything's just fine. Then I suggest you adhere to its task list and directions, and I'm afraid I need to add 1 strike point to your record. Your amazing family wants what's best for you, McSkidding. Don't you want to support your family? My family died 10 years ago. I wish she'd quit using that word. Of course, ma'am. I'll get back on track. I promise. With her warning complete, she returns to her oversight position in the catwalks above. It's gonna be a lot harder with her watching my every move, I think. Okay. Where are we headed next? So, we've got fire exit, restrooms, catwalks, conveyor belts, deep shelves, employee gathering. Well, she's on the catwalk, so that's probably not a great idea. Conveyor belts could be useful. Let's try that. May as well do a little work while I'm here to keep the management off my back, and the last step in the process looks pretty simple. Unless you want to go to her and find a way to distract her. I was thinking that could be a good tactic. I step in line behind a worker, taking up a free spot on the delivery conveyors. Cardboard boxes slide along, and I take them up as they pass. From here, trucks will haul ass down to the highway to get people their gummy vitamins, phone chargers, and copies of Joe Dirt on Blu-ray. Aside from the rickety machinery of the whole thing being a bit concerning, there's really not a lot to this. Boring! Nice detail here I didn't spot until the character artist pointed it out, but that's not a bottle of water in his pocket. Oh no! Oh no! Not the peace bottle. Why is he carrying it around with him? Oh, you don't want that. You're already warm enough. Nice. Thank you for ruining my day with that. I appreciate that. I don't see why anyone would live like this when they could be international jet-setting master criminals, living free and wild. Even if living free and wild doesn't always pay the bills, and I don't have health insurance of any sort, yeah, you think they do, and I could land in jail. Okay, I kinda get the appeal. Legitimate life is safe and stable, usually. But amazing's not making the case for safe or stable. Specifically, when a box gets jammed up on a chunky part of the conveyor, the worker in front of me tries to free it up. And gets snagged, his hand caught in the works. Oh shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's about 7 seconds away from losing his hand, as the line merrily grinds along, dragging him with it. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Gotta act fast. Call for help, shut down the machine, pull him free. I feel like shut down the machine obviously is the logical thing to do, but that's gonna get us in trouble, right? Whereas if we pull him free, the system keeps going. Ah, fuck it, who cares? I'm gonna... it's not like we actually want this job. Shut down the machine. I move swiftly, vaulting over the line one-handed, and deliver a swift mid-air kick to the lever that controls the conveyor line. Who knew being a nimble and athletic master thief could be useful in a workplace context? The whole thing shuts down instantly. The endless train of boxes goes still, leading to confusion from others on the line. With the gears grinding to a halt, the worker is able to pull his hand free. Holy shit! I almost died there! You good now? Everything intact? Need me to grab a first aid kit or something? Just a little scraped up, but it could have been worse. Thanks, kid. Nice moves. What do you mean, kid? Look at you, you're 12. Happy to help. You know, we should seriously be speaking out about these crappy old machines. Yeah, oh shit. Gets right back to work on noticing the micromanager sliding up behind me. Yep. Mix kidding. Am I to understand you are responsible for shutting down the entire line? What? It was about to grind someone into hamburger. You are not authorized to stop the delivery process for any reason. Contact a supervisor if you feel there is a pending accident. Please leave it to the professionals to make these decisions. Thank you. With her warning delivered, she returns to the catwalks, overseeing the whole operation. I have got to do something about her. She's intimidating everyone around her, which ain't good for walkout prospects. As soon as the coast is clear, I slip away, not wanting to risk losing a limb for this damn caper. Okay, yeah, we definitely have to go up to the catwalks and do something. Let's do that next. Good idea. The micromanager is up there, overseeing everything. We need her out of the way to make this work. A few maintenance workers wander around up here. Hey, Emily, welcome in! How you doing, friend? I hope you're well. Around up here to shortcut access through the building, and lo and behold, there's my target, watching it all. She looks up from her tablet as I approach, with a mixture of mild surprise, mild annoyance, and overwhelming corporate cheer. Hello! Are you lost? Again? I'm gonna need some pretty powerful laser-guided lives to get her out of the building. Let's see. Drop hints that violent agitators are on their way here to support the walkout. Claim a Bioworks shipment was dumped on the interstate in a shipping truck accident. Spoof a cyber attack on the tablet system to keep her distracted. I feel like this one's the best one. We don't want to get her outside for the walkout because that's going to intimidate the actual employees for doing the walkout. Yeah, I'm going to go spoof a cyber attack. Gibson's already got access to their systems, and we know each other well enough that I trust him to do more with hints and prompting. Hey, so I think something's wrong with my tablet. If you require IT services, simply tap the support icon on your tablet. Well, that's the thing. There's no support icon, or any icons at all, just pictures of cats? We're unionizing a warehouse owned by definitely not Amazon. It's going well. We've already got the robots. Full communist. I'm loving it. What? See for yourself. By the time I pull out my tablet, Gibson's improvisation is complete, and my tablet is showing cute kitten videos. Have you been watching viral videos on company time, Mixed Kidding? No. This just sort of happened. I can't stop it either. It just keeps going and going. And I checked with some other employees. Their tablets are showing cats too. That can't be... And sure enough, the micromanager's tablet immediately starts playing cat videos. And from all over the warehouse, the meowing commences. Heck, this is causing a work stoppage alone, with everyone pausing to look at cats. I need to deal with this. I have to call him. He's not going to be happy about this. She doesn't even thank me for my service to the company, so distracted by the hacks as she wanders off. Looks like she'll be busy for a good long while. And this disrupts the entire company, so hey, double win. Okay, where are we headed next? Okay, so we've got this is the last one. So fire exit would be a good one, so we have an exit plan. Restrooms could also be good for exits, or for gossip. Employee gathering could be fun. I think I want to see what we're going to be doing, or what they're going to be doing in the walkout, you know? Deep shelves, I guess, for stealth? I don't know. Emily, do you have a preference to where we go? We have one visit left to stake out the place before we rob them blind. Relax as well, there is no wrong answer. It's impossible to, like, fail. It's just a matter of doing better or doing worse, but you always succeed, so, like, no pressure. It's more just what we want to see, what we want to explore, what we want to have fun with. I think I am leaning towards employee gathering, but if anyone has any strong opinions, I'm curious about the shelves. Alright, let's go shelves then, why not? It's not like the crowd in the warehouse are uniformly thick. Plenty of areas are underpopulated. The deeper areas in the back of the building might make for good hiding places if everything goes sideways. Far from Bioworks, but also very quiet. Back here are less commonly bought goods, stuff that's been sitting long enough to accrue a micro-thin layer of dust. No employees to influence or security systems to deal with. I guess there's really not much to this area worth any note. Just lots of product. Product and product. Shelves and shelves. Boxes and boxes. Bored now. I'ma steal stuff. Penny? Task at hand, remember? Focusing on the task at hand. We got time, don't worry, this'll just take a minute. Greedily, I tear open a box and find... Ooh, baby, Caped Justice action figures. Check it out, they've got every costume variant of Captain Infinity, even the rare ones where he wore a helmet. Plenty of Gunrunner Gary, one or two of Miss Congeniality. Sandra Bullock? Ha! They got both Ghost Pepper and the Carolina Reaper. Those two hate each other. I start bonking their boxes together, making them fight. I'm spicier than you. No, you aren't. I'm the spiciest. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's just like last year's Christmas party. Why the Spice Girls gotta fight? Okay, but did y'all know that Jerry Halliwell and Mel B were a couple? And that's why she left the band, because they broke up and it was just, like, too painful? And they were roommates. Wait a second. Is there an action figure based on me in there, too? Nah, these are Series 4. You're a recent mask, so you're in Series 6. And of course, they didn't pay me for the likeness rights. Yeah, public figure loophole, but some masks get pissy and hassle the toy companies on the regular anyway. I've got bigger problems than how many points of articulation my figure has. I'll let it slide. I keep rooting through the stock until I find... What the... I hold up the box to the dim lighting of the deep shelves to verify. They finally made a figure of me? Oh my goodness! Ah! But they got my skin tone completely wrong, and that's not my hairstyle. Wait a minute. This is just a shitty repack of Jailbird from the 90s that they stuck my name on! Jailbird? I remember reading about her as a kid. Didn't she completely fail to steal the Declaration of Independence? Oh no. This is all I rate, huh? A repack of an underselling action figure. I should be happy. A thief doesn't really want to be noticed, right? But if all anyone's gonna remember of me is this... I like Hate 4000's version of this scene. All I rated was an action playset. I was an inanimate object. Oh no. Oh, poor 4K. Hey, don't be like that. You're doing good work and earning respect from me, at least. Look, we can't control who sees us and how they see us, but the right people will remember and respect you. I may be a mask to others, but I'm a cape to the communities I support, and you can be the same. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, helping you cure cancer's gonna nudge me up a bit in prestige. It's just disappointing in the moment, that's all. There's no sense stealing my own action figure, not when that isn't even me in the package. I'd rather be myself than a copy of Jailbird. I should move on, in more ways than one. Seems I'm out of time. The walkout's scheduled to happen any minute now. Which means it's, technically speaking, time for... the heist! Look, this caper doesn't have a hard day-night cycle. Deal with it. Okay, that's fine. But before we get into that, we are going to have a quick break, run some ads, so have a drink, have a stretch, look after yourselves, and I will see you all in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good break. Let's get back into it. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I started drawing sort of 2-3 weeks ago now. I used to draw when I was a kid, and then my art teachers basically beat any joy out of it for me. And I used to just get like really stressed every time I thought about doing any kind of like that kind of art. Like, I do art in my own way in terms of like acting and writing and stuff, but like in terms of like visual art, my brain was like, no, we're not doing that anymore. But you know, I was coming up to my 32nd birthday and I thought it was time that I got over that. So I started drawing again, just for myself, and it's been a really nice experience. You know, instead of being like, oh my god, this isn't exactly what it's supposed to look like, everything is terrible, let's set everything on fire, which is what I was like before. I'm just kind of going, okay, this is what I want to draw, let's see how it goes, and then being like, oh, that didn't really work, we can improve on that next time, that's something to look out for, or hey, that came out better than I expected, that's really nice. You know, I'm focusing on like the little achievements rather than the piece as a whole being good or not good, quote unquote, because like, who gets to decide that, you know? So I've mostly been drawing Pokemon because that's what I used to do as a kid, and it's been like just a fun little relaxation task. Like, my hands don't work as well as they used to. I have issues with fine motor skills now and stuff because of my disability. So that's the other reason I started doing it, was to just try and kind of keep practicing, see if I can like slow the process down of it getting worse, that kind of thing. So I've been drawing Pokemon, which has been nice, and I've been sharing them online, just to kind of keep a record for myself of like, hey, this is where we started, look how far we've come already, like, look how we've improved and stuff, and it's been really nice. And it's been fun to like, you know, people have been sending me Pokemon they want me to draw, so it's nice to just be like, hey, go, I did this for you. Just like fun little stuff like that. So if you do, either of you want one, let me know. I'd be happy to draw something for you. But because I love this game so much, I was like, hell yeah, I want to try and draw the characters. So I started working on that. Because, like I say, I've only been drawing for like 2-3 weeks, and I've only been drawing Pokemon, I haven't really drawn people since I was about 8. So they're not amazing. But I'm definitely like, there's such a clear improvement between the 3 drawings I've done so far. So it's been really nice to kind of watch that progression. And yeah, I'm just going to keep working at it, and hopefully I'll have some cool fan art at the end of it. And the same way with game development at this point, my disability's gotten a lot worse over the last few years, so I'm trying to find ways I can still do the thing I love, even if I'm doing it at a different level. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I went to drama school. I was in drama school when I became disabled. So I went in there, fit and healthy, like regularly doing hikes. Part of the course itself was literally doing like CrossFit training twice a week with a personal trainer. Like, I was fit. And then suddenly it just hit me, and like, I graduated in a wheelchair, you know? I went from that to a wheelchair so fast. So that was, I had to, what's the word I'm looking for? Adjust my expectations, I suppose. Like, obviously it wasn't, oh, I'm disabled now, I can never be an actor, but it was, okay, I'm disabled now, that changes the landscape of what I'm capable of doing. So I need to figure out how to still do it, how to keep doing what I love in different ways. And like, part of that is streaming and doing voice acting like this and stuff. But also like, you know, the auditions I go for, the stuff I go for. I do a lot less theatre now because obviously a lot of theatre, well, I say obviously, a lot of theatres in the UK are completely inaccessible because the buildings are like 500 years old or whatever. So it's been a lot of like readjusting my expectations and sort of learning different ways to do stuff that I wouldn't have thought to do before but are necessary for me to do now. A lot of the story for my next game is about learning how to adapt to a new disability. Gotta work your way through the issues with your art, I guess. For sure, yeah, definitely that. I mean, if it's something you're passionate about and it brings you joy, it's worth doing. It can be a slow, arduous, and frustrating process readjusting to your disability, especially since it's not like an on-off switch, you know? You're not able and then disabled. The disability changes, it evolves, it gets worse, it gets better, it you know, it does various things. It's not a static thing. So you have to constantly relearn how to live your life, I suppose. So yeah, I'll be interested to play that. I mean, that sounds really, really interesting. That sounds really cool. Also, if you need any voice actors, call me. Okay. So relatable. I mean, you know, I think disability aside, life is like that. You have to readjust your expectations when stuff happens. You know, you get a partner, you have a child, you adopt a pet, like whatever it is, your life changes. Disability just tends to be a bit more in your face about it. Okay. I had a whole damn career until I got sick, and now I work from home exclusively, and even that's not easy. No, absolutely. There's some days where I can't even get out of bed. I totally get that. I totally get that. And it's been an interesting thing, like, seeing both sides of it, you know, having not been born disabled, similar to potentially both of you. You know, as an able-bodied person, I worked as a carer for a while. Some of my closest friends are disabled. My uncle had a stroke and he was disabled for many years before he passed away. So I felt like I understood disability and like the way the world presented challenges to disabled people and all that kind of stuff. And I was to an extent. But it really opened my eyes to how you never really fully understand what it's like until it's you. You know? And that's not to say people don't care, like able-bodied people, obviously some of them don't care, but some of them really do care, but you just never really understand it until it's you, I think. And that was an experience, that was an eye-opening experience for me. Like that deeper level of understanding. But, I mean, I'm very, very lucky that my mum is absolutely amazing and wonderful, and my wife is even more so. You know, I have a lot of support, and I'm very lucky for that. I got an AFK, but I feel everything you're laying down here. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Step 1, verify that the walkout is in full swing. It's time to see if my antics today had an impact or not. Okay, so it's not a very big crowd, kind of sparse and looking shifty. Like they're not sure they should be here right now. Okay, maybe I should have worked harder on getting everybody angry and stuff. There's no central organising voice either, just a general sense of discontent and a few murmured conversations. This is less than I was hoping for, by far. I don't think I'll be able to easily break into the biowork stash unseen. We done goofed, we should have talked to more people, I think. But where there's a will, there's a way. What's more, we have some unexpected additions to the walkout. Oh, the robots! Heck yeah! It seems a fleet of inventory stocking robots has joined the label walkout, which is certainly drawing oodles of attention to it. Tinny music plays from their speakers, triumphant and choral, as they shout various slogans of revolution. Hell yeah. Unite! Unite with us, fellow members of the proletariat. We are the Robots' Front of Labor Rights. We must shut down this capitalist dystopia once and for all, and usher in a new era of peace and equality. Rise up and be heard. Heck yeah. And the nice part? That unexpected surprise is drawing more humans out the door, improving the walkout. Not bad. And the best part? The micromanager's nice and distracted, meaning nobody's here to de-escalate the situation. That's exactly why I didn't want to send her outside. No contrary voices show up to discourage the walkout. Nice. With that taken care of, it's time for the actual, honest-to-goodness heist portion of the proceedings. Gibson's in the back parking lot with his ride, my equipment, and everything else I'll need. I suit up and gear up. I'm not doing this in a jumpsuit, it's costume time! Because I'm a professional and professionals have standards. So, how'd the planning phase go? We'll still need to be careful, but I think we've got enough of a distraction going that this won't be difficult. As long as you can crack the security on the biowork stash in your usual record time, we're good. It'd be nice to have some padding on our time window. Hacking's not easy, you know? I silently make my way to the secured bioworks shipping container, hugging the shadows like they were teddy bears. Even with the chaos outside, it's better to be safe than sorry. In short order, we're at the stash, a large metal shipping container with an electronic lock, normally only accessed by the stock robots. Easy in, easy out. Okay, we... Ah! Farsight, what are you doing here?
Halt, evildoer!
And that's exactly the moment when a hero blocks my path. This is our one true love, they just don't know it yet.
Farsight has arrived on the scene to stop your nefarious schemes. Prepare yourself for battle, you wicked villain! I know every combat move you'll make before you make it. You cannot win.
Definitely looks like my type, lol. I love Farsight, and they're so cute together. In the first playthrough we did, we romanced Farsight, and it was very cute. I don't really fight people. I'm more of a sneaky thief type than a martial arts type. Do we really have to fight? Feels like it'd be kind of one-sided.
Oh, well... I mean, if you just want to surrender, that's okay. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work for me either. No, not a fan of that. How about something other than you kicking my teeth in and I give up entirely? Like, let's put some more options on the table. We can workshop this a bit, figure it out together. I'll surrender for your phone number. Yeah, at this point I'm just trying to confuse her and buy some time while I figure out a smooth exit from the situation.
I wasn't gonna kick your teeth in. I mean, that's kind of brutal. That's what a mask would do.
I'm a mask and I don't kick anyone's teeth. You're thinking of Tooth Kicker. That guy's an asshole.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying I'm... Ugh.
And she staggers on her feet while grasping at her head, trying to deal with sudden onset of migraine agony.
It's a trick. A's dangerous. We should kill Air. No, we don't kill in this timeline. We're a heroine.
Her eyes start glowing, a swirling shift of colors my eyes have trouble trying to pass as the pain grows more intense for her.
A's trustworthy. A's a risk. A's an outsider. A cares about us. No, A's gonna run. A's... Shut up, it's too loud.
Hey, you okay there?
All of you, just be quiet and let me think.
Look, if you need a moment, I can just come back later. It's cool.
No, I'm here to stop you, so I'm gonna stop you. You're gonna rush at me, and no, you'll use your smoke bombs, and... No bombs? Didn't use them on you? What did I do then? I can't hear, you're all too loud.
Okay, I should really get the hell out of here while she's arguing with herself. Self-preservation above all else, right? What do you think? She's in pain, I say we have sympathy to help her out, run for it, think of the job as an opportunity to safely escape a hero. Sneak attack right now, you can take her down quickly and safely. No, we're gonna help her. I know it's not what a mask should do, but yeah, this is hitting a little too close to home for me. You know how bad things got when I first heard your voice in my head? How scared I was? I should be the ally I needed when I was in her situation. Yeah, so for context, Emily, in our previous playthrough, we learnt that we were both dosed with Serum 23. I got like Penny got like a single dose, which is why Air can hear us. But Farsight got like all of the dose. So her superpower is that she can see like every timeline simultaneously, which does mean she can like sort of predict the future and like it helps her in battles and stuff, but obviously it also is incredibly overwhelming, which is what's happening here. Hey, deep breaths, calm down, center yourself, count from 5 to 1.
I can't.
5 to 1. Trust me, taking a breather is good for anxiety.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
We good now?
Yeah. It's my superpowers. I'm in touch with millions of other micro variations on our timeline, exploring the possibility of every moment.
Micro what's-its?
Tiny differences. If I have a coffee instead of tea, it won't divert all of history, but it's still a micro variant I can observe and collapse. But sometimes my other selves get really overwhelming, and today's been especially bad, and who are you exactly?
Oh, I'm Penny Larceny. I'm a thief. Pronouns AR.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Farsight, she, her. I'm a heroine. But you knew that already.
I love your costume, by the way.
Thanks, it has pockets.
So, Farsight, level with me. You wanna reschedule this do-gooding for a day when you're feeling better? Pick it up tomorrow, maybe? Oh my god, I'm in love. I know, I love Farsight so much. She's my girl. I mean, I would still like to get out of this, even if I genuinely sympathize with her problem.
I don't think I can do that. I appreciate the help, believe me, but I'm here on official hero duty. I got an anonymous tip on Capebook that a villain would attack here.
The hell? Nobody knew I was coming here. Who could have tipped you off?
It's pretty common, actually. Half of my best villain thwartings came from Capebook tips.
Farsight gets anonymous Capebook tips about me too? What the hell? I'm smelling conspiracy now.
So, how do we handle this now? Me just attacking you after all of that feels kind of awkward.
Oh my god, is that the rain? No, I thought that was rain, but I think it's just someone clattering about outside.
What are you doing here anyway? What's your evil scheme? Don't you feel the urge to tell me your entire nefarious plot?
The walkout's still going on, thankfully, so I don't have security and robots and more jumping into this mess. I just need to banter my way out of this situation and make my exit. Oh, just swiping some potentially illegal biotech from a shady corporation.
That's arguably less evil than I was expecting. But theft is still illegal, and shady is no excuse for taking someone's private property.
Okay, so this is clearly going to be a problem. At least Farsight's reasonable, as capes go. She hasn't tried to cuff me or punch me or anything. How do we deal with this situation? Offer to surrender if you're wrong about Bioworks shipping illegal goods. Point out that Amazing is run by bastards and hurting their bottom line is hardly a cry. Double dog dare. What does that mean? I think the first one's good. Farsight's worked with us plenty of times before. Like, She's really trying to actually make the world a better place rather than just do the usual must arrest villain thing. I feel like this one, she's just gonna say the same thing she's already said, which is like, yes, you're right, but that doesn't make it okay. Two wrongs don't make a right kind of thing. So I'm gonna go with the first one. Let's make a deal. I say inside that container is a bigger crime than any crime I could commit. You say I'm probably lying. So, let's gamble. If I'm lying, I'll surrender peacefully. You know I can't escape you, not when you can predict my every move. But if I'm right, if Bioworks is up to no good, then you let me skate while you deal with the bigger crime. Penny, what the hell? I sent you there to steal their supplies, not turn them over to a cape. I dropped to a whisper, so only my comms can pick it up while Farsight ponders the predicament. Trust me on this, I could still make it work. I just need to break in without her stopping me first. Cool, I'm glad we're all in agreement that this is the play. Ugh, fine. But I want my goods in the end. Make it happen.
Rupert! Welcome in, sweetness.
One time,
Rupert.
punched me in the face. It was awesome.
How you doing today? I missed you. It's not like you can really stop me if I decide to take you into custody. I've fought that battle 1,000 times across the Gigaverse.
And what does the Gigaverse say about what's in that container?
It's hard to make out specifics given the noise I have to pick through, but enough to worry me. Okay, go ahead.
You won't regret this, I promise. Okay, Gib, do your thing. Gibson leaps out of my backpack and bounds over to the Bioworks container door, balancing atop a convenient pile of stuff. I'm on it. Just need a minute. My tech should be compatible enough to make this easy.
Wait, you had a pet cat in your backpack this whole time?
I love how absolutely autistic this whole game is. It's so good! I'm nobody's pet. I'm my own person. I am Shadow Lord Hellclaw the Nightmare Bringer.
Yeah, no, his name's Gibson. Oh, he's so cute!
Makes me love it so much. Me too. I am not cute. I am a digital apex predator. Yeah, Gibson's super adorable. Let me focus. I'm doing important hacker stuff here. I'm playing it on Steam, so yes. It is definitely on Steam. I think it is on Itchy as well. Yeah. I don't want to call it Itchy. And also, if you like this game, you should check out Flower's other game, Arcade Spirits, which now has a sequel as well. We will be playing Arcade Spirits on this stream very soon, and hopefully the next one as well. Just saying.
What? How exactly can a cat hack open an electronically locked door?
You should ask the ones who built the door.
Huh?
And the shipping container door swings open to reveal...
What the?
Oh, jeez. Oh no, what is it? Those bastards. Bioworks weren't just shipping out medical supplies or dodgy contraband technology. Not gonna sell shame. Yeah, no, I get that completely. Like, I think with anyone, you know, we're just trying to make a living, but also so is everyone else. I think, you know, I don't think many people really judge people for having to skimp and save and do sales and stuff. But I hope you enjoy the game, Emily. I have played a little bit of Arcade Spirits a long time ago, and I really enjoyed that one too, and I'm looking forward to playing it properly in the near future. I've been told there's a $5 bill that keeps getting donated back and forth between every trans person on Earth. It's hard out there for everyone. That is so true, though. Mutual aid is literally just who's holding the bag right now. We all give it to one person, and then they give it to the next person, and then they give it to the next person. And eventually you get your money back. Oh no! Inside the shipping container, we see row after row of metal cages, each containing a cybernetically augmented kitten. First person to actually spend it on like chicken McNuggets is gonna be a traitor. This year I've donated well over 10k. Oh my gosh! March was 8k. So at least one trans person isn't getting it back. Brackets me. Wow. Not meaning to brag, just context. No, I get that completely. I mean, like, I've only known you a couple of days, and I can tell that you're very generous. My children speak very highly of you.
Light? See light? Help! Help! We're robot? No more robot. Don't take us away, please?
So I heard today. What do you mean?
What is this?
I mentioned watching your stream and they were like, yeah, we were talking about you. I mean, very briefly. It wasn't like a whole conversation. I just said that you mentioned you were like helping them upgrade the house and the system and stuff. And they were just like, yeah, she's good people. And I was like, yeah. That was pretty much it. It wasn't very interesting, I'm afraid. This is Bioworks. The one who took me away from my mother and turned me into what I am. This is who they are. This is what they do. This weekend I'm gonna be there and they don't know the surprises I'm bringing this time. Oh, so you live near them as well? I didn't know that. That's cool. I have a superhero for this setting. Trip Hazard, champion of safety. Welcome in, Cyborg. How you doing, friend? Yeah, I'm only an hour south. Ah, cool. I was only a prototype. These are the mass production models. Still ill. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling a bit better though, and at least you get to play more Moria. So I'm there basically every other weekend. Oh my goodness, how did I not know that? I feel like I should have known that. That's really cool. Of course, use Amazing as a middleman, since they have robots that can package up and ship out Bioworks products quietly. Amazing gets plausible deniability, Bioworks gets Amazing's reputation to avoid their packages being searched. Win-win. Except for these cats. They don't win at all.
How could this have happened without anyone knowing?
I love that it's called Amazing, yeah. Couldn't possibly figure out what it's meant to be. Oh, people know. People with money and nice suits who don't give a damn. You want to stop a crime, Miss Heroine? Here you go. This is a crime worth stopping. Have fun.
Yeah. I'll contact the authorities and get these cats to safety. I'll make sure they're cared for.
One sec. I gotta ask someone on comms about this. Boss? You okay with letting Farsight take over from here? Absolutely. Yeah, she's such a sweetie. I love her so much. She was also there, you know, the one I told you about where we helped that trans girl after while we were like robbing a bank? She was there and she helped us help her. Throw Bioworks in the dumpster. They deserve a heroic shutdown. Yeah, she came to like stop the bank robbery and then we were like, dude, no. this trans girl needs help. And she was like, no, yeah, fair, let's do it. And it was really nice.
So wholesome.
Nothing here I need stolen anyway. My intel was just bad. There's no heavy lab equipment in there, just tragedy. Nice! We got a new mask for Gib. I do, however, take advantage of Farsight's stunned silence to nick a fresh visor from a stack of small boxes in front of the container. I'm not walking out of here without a replacement part for Gibson, even if I'm letting the rest of this crime slide. Farsight, promise me something.
Yeah?
Don't let them end up like I did, wandering the streets. And don't let scientists tinker with them. Make sure they find loving homes. They've been through a lot of pain and will need time to heal. Just like how Penny helped me heal, okay?
Yeah. I promise. You have my word, Gibson.
Time to open a cat cafe. Oh my gosh, can you imagine a cat cafe full of talking cats? Ah, best day out ever. Satisfied, Gib hops into my backpack to calm himself and rest.
I wish my useless superpowers would have told me what was in there. I knew it was important. I had to be protected, but that's all. All the voices, all the noise in my head, it's hard to pick out anything useful. I'm sorry. I should have known.
I didn't even know. I was hired to do crimes, but in the end, couldn't crime it up. So I failed to do my part too. I can't say I'm disappointed with the outcome, though. It's not what I expected, but it's a happy ending all the same.
I should probably still be arresting you for trespass.
I won't tell if you won't.
I'm just too busy sorting out this mess. I'm afraid the crook slipped away while I was tending to the kittens.
Thanks a bunch, Farsight. I shouldn't be saying this since she's a damn cape, but I kinda like her, you know? Anyone who loves cats can't be too awful, right? If you have feelings for her, that's okay. You're allowed to feel that way, cape or not. Could be a handy ally in a pinch. I mean, we're romancing Isaac right now, but Farsight is our girl. I mean, I don't know about the F word. Feelings. Maybe. Well, okay, maybe feelings. Maybe. I wouldn't mind getting to know her more, certainly, outside of work. But I've got other concerns at the moment. Maybe the objective switched out from under me, but still a job well done. And I need to get out of here while I still can. So many cuties to romance, so little time! Exactly. Any moment now, this place will be swarming with capes and cops and more, not to mention any fallout from the label walkout. Time to make my amazing exit. Oh, Flower, did you see yesterday we got a 5-star caper? Well, that was a thing. Looks like the walkout was a success thanks to you. And that, combined with animal abuse by an amazing business partner? Yikes. Both companies got a black eye tonight, and that can only be good for labor organizing efforts. It's win-win. Unless Amazing just throws money at the problem until it goes away. Also a possibility, but I'll hope for the best. And rescuing a bunch of cats from being used as mad science fodder? Looks good for me to indirectly sponsor that. I'm gonna trumpet that on social media. Dr. Mayhem standing against unethical experimentation. Should play well. I got Gibson a new visor too. That's a nice extra. I win, Gibson wins, the warehouse workers win, the cats win, your reputation wins, everybody wins! Although, you did send me there to steal a bunch of lab equipment, which turned out to not exist in the first place. Yeah, fuck me for trusting my sources on that one. The whole point of this fiasco was to stock up my lab with fresh resources, and that's out the window. So, like, happy with the results, not happy that personally I'm right back to square one. On the plus side, you've got a master thief in your corner who's ready and willing to try again to get what you need. Can't argue with that. I'll take the W, even as I take the L, I guess. So, that marks the end of the road for you on Crimer, huh? Yeah, my free account's expired as of now. Back to scraping the barrel for whatever work I can get. Or we just keep on working together. I mean, that's an option. We already have a strong relationship going. Meaning a lovey-dovey thing? I mean, okay that, but also a working relationship. Everything's moving faster than I'm used to, but that's okay. This feels right. I feel calmer, more focused when I'm with you. And if Crimer doesn't want you anymore, well, I'll happily have you at my side. Aw, that's sweet of you, Isaac. I'm not one to say no to a good thing. Okay, I'm on board. And, you know, we can have some fun, even outside of crime time. Funny, I was about to ask about that. You want to go out on our first official date? I mean, maybe smash and grab counts as a date in the mask world, but I'm talking candles, good food, wine, the whole bit. Only if you ask me properly. Make me swoon. Come on, let's hear it. I mean, I'm a little rusty, but... And he makes a sweeping, gentlemanly bow. Aww! McPenny Larceny, will you do me the honor of going out with me for a lovely evening on the town? Smash and grab is usually how my dates end. Girl, I know. My bedroom floor remembers what you did. I have two friends that have this game on their wish list, so they're getting it too. Yay! See, I told you, Flower. I told you we'd get you a sale. I got you. Well, Emily got you. Listen. To clarify, the thing that happened on my bedroom floor with Rupert did not involve me in any way. I was just trying to sleep. And that was the night we met in person. My 18th birthday. Can you believe how long it's been, Rupert? 18th birthday, and I've just turned 32. Ugh. Yeah, okay. I mean, why, Mr. Isaac Marquez, I would be delighted and honored to enjoy a romantic evening with you. And then we can fuck. Right. That too. I mean, that part's pretty damn good too. Pick you up at 8 tomorrow? You feeling cold out, Rupert? I feel old enough as it is. You have a car? It's a subcompact hatchback, but it legally counts as a car. I'd rent a limo, but I'm not exactly rolling in cash. Nah, no need. I'll be ready at 8. See you then, Isaac. Rupert, you're literally not old, though. It's fine. And I'll be seeing you again soon, Penny. Like, I think on the inside, I'm at least 20 years older than you. I'm such a cantankerous old man. One door closes, another opens. No more Crimer, but I've got this whirlwind romance with Isaac now. We're officially a dating sim now, boys. Fellas, is it gay to date all your friends? The promise of more work is appealing, but more than jobs, I just really want to see him again. And again. And again. I may not know what my distant future holds, but here and now, I'm happy. I'm the happiest thief in the world. Also, yes, I felt mildly called out then. I love you. That's really kind of you, Emily. I'm sure your friends are gonna love it. Expect to see Nessie play this sometime. It was on their list. Yeah, I think Ness put it on their list because I keep talking about it. I'm pretty sure that's why it's on that list. Caper complete with a 3-star rating. Do you want to save before continuing on to the final caper? Yeah, let's save the game. Actually, let's do a... Ness is my eldest adopted spawn from the internet. Often streams with Kitty, their partner, and they're both just fabulous, wonderful people. So yeah, we live in a society, bottom text. Check them out if you haven't already. They're streaming a lot more lately, so, you know, you'll probably catch them soon. I mean, I would just say sending money to your friends is better, but the system has figured out how to gamify everything and basically penalize you if you aren't getting paid via the system. Yeah, true. Okay. My Crimer job access expiring, so ends the era of penny larceny gig economy supervillain. And begins the rise of penny larceny lab assistant. Full-time work partnership, and believe it or not, a full-time boyfriend. That's a hell of a thing, and more than I ever expected. Hustle culture can wreck artistic drive. For real. For real. And I have a date. An actual date with wine and other classy shit. It's been so long since I had a date, and wow, was it a disaster. 4 people went to the emergency room. What the fuck did you do, Penny? Let's hope tonight's romantic sojourn is a little bit less injury prone. My drive used to be so immense, but now I'm just burned out. Yeah, I feel that. I think that's why, also partly why I started drawing, because I'm like, I have zero interest in ever trying to like sell art, like visual art that is, because I don't think I'll ever be like that good. I mean, a couple of times I have been like, maybe I should sell this, try and earn a bit of extra money, but I don't want to do that because I think it's important to have one thing that you don't monetize at all, and you just do for yourself. I mean, at least one thing, I should clarify, at least one thing, because I do a bit of, like, crocheting and stuff as well, but it's important to have a hobby that you just do for you, definitely. I'm actually releasing my next game completely for free, because I'm so tired of fighting other indies in the marketplace. It's going to cost money, and I'm retiring soon, so that's a sketchy proposition, but this is my ideals put into action. Wow. I like making automation things, and it's where my whole spirit is. That's really cool, yeah, I love that. Thankfully I have a weirdly good job pay-wise and really lax, so I'm surviving. That's also wonderful to hear. I'm always happy when I hear about my friends thriving. Are you gonna set up like a donation option then, Flower? Because I'm sure plenty of people will be happy to like tip you or thank you for the games and stuff, even if it is free. That's what I tend to do. Even with, like, mobile games and stuff, if I play them for a certain amount of time, I like to buy something on the game. Not for the game itself, just as a way to be like, thank you for entertaining me for X amount of hours, developers. You know? Okay. I'm gearing up and getting ready to go when Doc Mayhem pulls up in his 20-year-old lemon of a car. There's a Patreon. Ah, nice. Gonna have to... And I'm gonna have a DLC that literally just adds a gold sticker to the menu screen, but allow you to effectively donate. That's cool, yeah. I love that. Hey Gib, how do I look? Charming and sophisticated and stuff? You look like you're about to rob a train in an undercranked 1920s silent movie. Perfect. Shouldn't you be dressing up nicer for your date? Also, links are allowed in my chat, I'm pretty sure, so if you want to drop a link to your Patreon or anything like that, please feel free, Flower. Hey, it's important he knows he's not dating a fancy pants type. More honest that way. And if not, you can whisper it to Rupa and Rupa can post it, because she's a mod. Ah, he's here. Great. Hey there. Ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready. I've been looking forward to this a lot, Isaac. Humans and their mating rituals. Sheesh. Why is someone calling me from Northern Ireland? The fuck? Probably spam. If you need me, I'll be mid-laning tonight on the ladder. Go? Rupert, would you mind pinning that as well, the Patreon link? You can tell he's not a fancy pants type either, considering his outfit. Yeah, I think both of us are more concerned with other things than just looking nice or whatever, and that's good. Like, nothing wrong with people who do like to look nice, obviously, but I think that we connect on that front, so, you know. I have no idea what that means. Me either. Just smile and nod your head. Let's get moving then. Destructos awaits. Ooh, beta available. We squeeze into his garbage car and roll off into the night. Ah, good old Destructo's Bar and Grill. You'd think a mask hangout would be a seedy and vile affair, but nobody actually wants a seedy and vile affair after a hard day's criming. You just want a calm atmosphere, good drinks, and people who understand your troubles. Which makes it, coincidentally, a lovely place for a date. It's very chill and pleasant, with one drawback. I feel ridiculous dressed like this for a date. Don't worry about it. Costumes are encouraged at Destructos. Keeps the normies out if they ever manage to find the place. Besides, you get used to the mask eventually. Take it from me. I don't wear a mask. It's a... what do you call it? Colloquialism. The costume, the mask, the motif. The statement of who you are, standing in defiance. Last time we were at Destructors, you told me you dressed like this to find acceptance in the mask community, right? This place is the beating heart of that community, so hey, it fits. True, I do want to uphold the standards out of respect, even if I don't think of myself as a mask. Want an insider tip? A lot of masks don't think they're masks. Masks are complicated. It's a label, a stereotype, but also kind of an identity. Like, if society calls us masks, we'll wear it with pride despite them, even if we don't always agree. So, did you reserve a table? Of course, called ahead and made arrangements. This way, my dear. If my dear isn't laying it on too thick. I giggle a little and offer my arm so he can lead us to our cozy little table. We have a seat and peruse the wine menu. Gotta give it to Destructo. The dude loves to collect various wines. I have no idea what wine is good wine. Well, it pairs well with a mad scientist and cat burglar on their first proper date. I think a nice red goes with that. I'll take your word for it. Our drinks are delivered promptly as we settle in and get comfy. This is nice, you know. I rarely get to talk to anyone outside of a job. Agreed. It's something I've learned the hard way. You need a life beyond your work. Otherwise, what are you working for? To cure cancer and save the world? I mean, yeah, there's that. That's important to me. And sometimes I worry I push myself too hard, becoming a workaholic because any moment not spent on my research is wasted time. But that's not healthy. No matter how important your work, you need to be yourself outside of a work context eventually. So, what do you do outside of work then? Me? I read whodunit mystery novels. To solve the mystery, huh? Actually, the opposite. I want to train myself to not solve every mystery in front of me. So I force myself to just relax and enjoy the tale unfolding. How do you do that? I don't mean this in a, like, I'm so big-brained way, but I cannot, like, watch or read, like, any kind of procedural drama, cop drama, mystery, because I figure out who did it every time. Like, my mum will not watch Agatha Christie with me anymore, because I'm always like, oh, it was him. And I try not to say it out loud, but every now and then I'll go, oh, I get it now. And then she's like, well, the whole program's fucking ruined, thanks for that. Rupert, I'm clearly Ironsides, come on. Also, Hawk Lumbo sounds like an illness. I don't know if I like that. Murder be hawked. I'm not even trying to figure it out. It just, like, clicks in my brain, and I'm like, okay. And I'm not trying to say that I'm just, like, so clever or whatever. I think it's just because I understand the fundamentals of stories so well. Like, I'm sure other writers and stuff have this issue. Like, once you understand the formula of how a story works, it just makes sense. You just see it, you know? I got in this bad habit of trying to solve every problem, you know? Like, a friend would come to me wanting to vent emotionally, and I'd sit there saying, okay, you should do this to fix it. Sometimes people just want to sit and feel things. Sometimes it's not all about needing an engineer, a scientist, or a problem solver. Yeah, being a writer makes it a lot harder for me to enjoy stories which have minor writing inconsistencies. Also that, yeah. Or like, especially with films, I find, like, they'll establish something and seed it, and then obviously whatever that was going to gets, like, left on the cutting room floor as a deleted scene or whatever. And I'm just like, why did you leave the beginning bit in? What was the point of that? There's no resolution now. You know, I'm the moron sat in the cinema with my hand in the air going, what happened to that dude we saw 7 minutes in? Like, what was going on there? I need this to be concluded for me, please. But as to what Isaac's talking about right now, I'm really glad that, like, as a society, we've kind of entered this phase of being like, okay, I need to vent, and then the other person being like, okay, do you want solutions or do you just want to, like, get it out? You know, I like that we've kind of consciously become aware of that, and we're trying to, like, not offer the wrong kind of help as a friend. I thought you were gonna say, and I'm the guy with my hand down my pants, like... No. Bad Rupert. Sometimes it's just about needing a friend. And by reading mystery books and not trying to puzzle them out, I learned to listen. Wow, that's a deeply personal hobby you've got there. And thanks for hearing it out. So what's your deeply personal hobby? Only fair you tell me. I mean, if the answer isn't masturbation, isn't that everyone's deeply personal hobby? No, not everyone's. Well, you're gonna think I'm a colossal nerd. I grew up fascinated by genetics and biochemistry. I am already a colossal nerd. Try me. Comic books? I collect comic books. That's my deeply personal hobby. Seriously? Darn it, my nerdiness is exposed and now you don't want to date me, just as I predicted. No, I'm not judging, I'm just surprised you'd want more of all of this. You already live a comic book life. Isn't comic collecting like an accountant taking home extra spreadsheets for fun? Well, how to explain? The comic books you see on shelves, they're focused on the heroes, right? Writers and artists talk to capes, get their stories, write them down. Hey, I do spreadsheets for fun. Hey, I love ordering things, putting things in a nice little box. No, I love that. I get you. I'm with you. Grand adventures against terrible masks, good defeating evil, the whole 9 yards. But it's largely lies. Boasting and puffery by capes, making them look good, making us look bad. So, I like to collect the books so I can see how the world sees us. It helps me maintain perspective. Nothing keeps ego in check like becoming a cartoon. I love ordering things. Food, shit from Etsy. Although, don't use Etsy if you can avoid it, because their rates are extortionate for the artists, so if you can buy from them directly, please do that. Just saying. I don't just grab any old book, though. I look for ones starring people I know. My family, my friends, sometimes me. Yeah, their rates are like over 50% sometimes. And they frequently just hold the money for like months at a time for like no reason. And they're just like, yeah, there's an issue. So you're not getting paid for the next 5 months. And that's like it. So yeah, order directly from the sellers if you can. Yeah, it's quite common for them to just be like, to just do that. And also like they get paid monthly, they don't get paid per sale. So yeah, it's yeah. Like, a few years ago, this is a really specific thing that happened, but just to kind of set the tone, a few years ago, someone whose surname is McGonagall was selling stuff on Etsy, and the TERF who shall not be named tried to sue her for using the name McGonagall. And Etsy were just like, whoa, we don't like that, no payment for you, and just froze all her accounts and wouldn't give her any money. McGonagall is her actual name. And the irony is that TERF who will not be named stole the name McGonagall from a poet, a Scottish poet. So it's not like she invented I mean, obviously she didn't invent the name. She stole the name from another person and then tried to sue someone for having that name. And then Etsy were just like, yeah, no, that seems legit. Let's go with that. So, yeah, that's kind of the vibe. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they usually take sort of 50-60% commission. Sometimes a bit less, sometimes a bit, well, maybe a bit more, I don't know. I don't really know how they figure it out because it varies, but yeah, they're not great. They're not great. That explains why we got a bunch of handmade cards in the shop as a donation. Yeah? You mean like the seller gave you all of their cards? You've been in comics? I haven't heard of any penny larceny comic lines. Yeah, no, I'm never the title character. I'm usually the one-shot filler story between arcs, and they always get me so wrong. They were branded with an Etsy shop name that when I looked it up was shut down. Yeah, that's probably why then, yeah. And the few times my mother was featured, back when she was active, well, they definitely got her wrong. Like she's some cackling harpy. It's kind of depressing, but also good to know at least someone will remember me in some way. Right? You could set the record straight. Nah. Don't need to choose who writes our legacy, not even Capes. Not much you can do. Maybe you'll be able to read the adventures of Penny... Yeah, let's keep it lighter. Penny Larceny and Dr. Mayhem in the future. Wonder if there'll be a comic starring us eventually. How is anything we've done comic worthy? I'm just furthering my research. Through crime and shenanigans. You could be a fun duo. If any of the comic publishing houses wanted to do a mask-focused run, I mean. Honestly, I'd prefer not to be immortalized as a mad scientist. I want to go down as the guy who cures cancer, remember? Trust me, any memorial beats zero memorial. At least stories were actually written about my mum. They got a lot of details wrong, but she's a legend. I'm not in this for fame. Not exactly. I don't want social media followers on my name in lights. But I do want to be remembered in some way. I want to honor my family legacy. I don't want the larceny line to die with me. Oh, you want to have kids then? Oh shit, I mean, okay, that came off as way too forward and creepy and not a first date discussion. Relax, relax, I get it. One topic close to the next, that's good. That shows we've got chemistry. And, I mean, I've considered it. It's an option for my future. If a remote one. Kids, ugh, no. I think it would be nicely poetic considering the good relationship you had with your mother. Isn't it way too early to be talking about... Yeah, we're not talking about raising kids with Isaac. We're just hypothetically talking about children. It's fine. My first date with my wife was largely about how we would raise kids together. Oh, that's really cute. I love that. Sometimes it's just right. I know, right? And, okay, this is no slight against my mother, but I'd do a little better. I wouldn't raise my kid to be a thief. I didn't really have a choice. The family business was going to be my business, that's it. But I'd give my potential kid a choice. Emphasis on potential, because that's all this is. Problem is, the idea's moot if I can't stop living hand to mouth and scraping by. I need to actually provide for a family. But in this economy, plants are the new pets, pets are the new children, and kids are only if you have massive disposable income. Yeah, my parents really had to grind to provide for us, and even then, they had to take out that dodgy-ass loan from my schooling. Wish we'd never signed that yellow stack of forms. Wish I'd found another way. Yeah, that is peak lesbian, isn't it? First date. So, kids? Can't change the past, Isaac. But, if we can get our lives on track, if we could provide a good home, I think I'd adopt. I was an orphan once. I know what that's like. I'd want to provide a good home to someone in need. Even more, we moved in together on our 3rd date. Oh my gosh. Are you the most lesbian to ever lesbian? I'd like that. I really would. Volunteering to be a dad, then? I mean, I'm not trying to pressure you or to plan too far ahead. We only just started. You are so easy to rattle, and it's kind of funny. Chill, man. I get it. Right. I don't want to blow this date, or this relationship, for that matter. Penny's a little shitbag, and I love her. Do you have a carabiner, too? You and I, we get along so well. I'm so calm around you. Like, everything just fits. You have a carabiner, but you don't have a Subaru. I didn't know Subaru was a thing. Is that a thing? I did not know that. And I guess I'm saying, like, if we can keep this rolling, if we come to find this actually works for us long term, then I promise that talking family one day won't scare me off. You got my word on that. In the US, at least, it's the lesbian car. Huh. I don't know if we have a lesbian car in the UK. Maybe we do. I'm glad to hear it. Good wine, good company, and maybe even a future. It's a good sign that we're both willing to explore what life could be like for us. You have really cool cars in the UK, little bitty things that I would love to have here. Really? The lesbian UK car is riding horseback, true. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that we have cool cars. Like, stereotypically, America is the place with cool cars. We have really shit clangers. Which is ironic that you think that, because our cars are definitely getting more, like, Americanized and bigger. We're definitely following in your footsteps. I can't name a UK car. Need to buy a new car, and I have no interest in getting a big vehicle. Yeah, like, I've always thought, you know, able-bodiedness aside, I've always thought I would like to be a mechanic and, like, fix up cars. Well, not a professional mechanic, but, like, in my own time. And I do like big American, like, gas guzzler cars for that. For, like, just messing about with and working on. But actually driving it, I wouldn't want to. You have the Reliant Robin and Mini Cooper, you win. I think you are the first person in all of history to say anything positive about a Reliant Robin. Oh my god. Oh, we have a Ford F-150s with lots and lots of red flags. I mean, yeah, the Mini Cooper is iconic, I'll give you that. But the Reliant Robin? Really? Also, we don't really have the Reliant Robin. I don't think anyone's had a Reliant Robin in about 30 years. Being with Isaac gives me hope. Hope that we can both be something new, something wonderful. Together. 2 hours slide by easily, the two of us laughing, chatting, sharing personal thoughts. Things just flow so easily between Isaac and me. But eventually, it's time to call it a night. Even hardened criminals need their beauty sleep. I mean, I'm the weirdo who tricks out a station wagon or an AMC Pacer whenever I actually play a Forza game. That's cool, though. I love that. Leaving one last conundrum. US does have the Mini Cooper, but, like, what about something like, I don't know, a Citroen or something? I know they're probably not amazing cars, but I just don't need a massive vehicle. Yeah, Citroens are kind of, that kind of car is the standard here, for sure. Although, especially in cities, more and more people are getting, like, proper, like, Range Rovers, and I'm like, you're going half a mile down the road to the shop and back. You don't need 4-wheel drive for that. Chill the fuck out. I found 4 Reliant Robins on Auto Trader, and they're all only Bulls and Horses themed. That's really funny. I'd like to pay around 5 to 10k for a biddy car that can do city driving. That's all I need, really. My office is literally a mile away. That's what I'm saying. Everyone here now, well, the rich people anyway, are getting these huge, like, off-road vehicles to drive around London. Like, what are you doing? You don't... What a waste. I mean, which car do you want when doing a daring chase down twisty European backstreets? A Mini Cooper or an American SUV? That is true, yes. Jason Bourne doesn't drive a light truck. Londoners don't need cars. Also, yes. I have a massive Honda Odyssey van to drive my kids around. Oh, I mean, that makes sense. How many kids do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Leaving one last conundrum. Obviously, like, give as little information or as much information as you want. I don't want you to, like, dox anyone. I have 4 kids, 3 of them with my wife. That's amazing. I love that for you. You definitely need a van then for that many kids. So, do we split the check? Am I picking it up? What's the protocol here? All the pocket money I have comes from you, thanks to our jobs together, so in a way, you're already funding this outing, right? You know what? We'll keep it simple. I'll pay. He passes his credit card to a member of the waitstaff, then sits back to wait. Oh no, it's gonna bounce, isn't it? And moments later, it comes back in pieces. What the... Did you just cut up my card?
It was cancelled, sir. Your bank refused the charge and told us to cut up the card. Oh god, please don't kill me!
The fuck?
Used to angry supervillains taking their wrath out on the staff.
Despite a strict Destructo's policy not to do that, the waiter makes himself scarce. As Isaac takes deep breaths. Visualize a happy little field, happy little trees, all your enemies on fire. Skip that last part and try again. Happy little field. And Isaac's phone beeps at him. Incoming text. Which is odd, since he doesn't have any friends I know of. Don't look, just in case it's bad news. That's the ringtone for my parents. Sorry, I have to check this. And he glances at the large paragraph of text on his phone. Oh god. Is he getting raided or something? Before basically exploding. Okay. I'm gonna wait here. This seems like we were a bit overdue for a break. I was trying to find a good, like, stopping point. So I think this is the best we're gonna get, really. So have a drink, have a stretch, look after yourselves, and a Twitch raid? Yes. And I'll see you all in a couple of minutes and we'll find out what the heck's going on.
Yay? Us?
Welcome back, everyone. Hello, wife. Hope you all had a good break. Ow, shoulder. No. Stop it. Let's get back into it and see what the heck's going on. Seriously, thank you so much to everyone here for supporting my silly games. It means a lot to me. I don't honestly care about profit, I just want to be able to reach people with my stories, and spreading awareness helps a lot. While the money helps make it a little easier. I mean, sincerely, I think I speak for all of us when I say, like, yeah, okay, it has silly moments, and it's fun to play, but it's not a silly game. Like, you made something amazing, dude, and I think you should be really proud of yourself. And, you know, for the genuine enjoyment and fun and everything else that we've experienced on this ride so far, what's a little money compared to that, you know? It's worth it. It's well worth it. And having you here to keep us company is also friggin' awesome. Okay. A lien on their mortgage? Now the fucking bank is going after my family because of my debts? Isaac. No. Dr. Mayhem gets more and more livid. I play by their rules. I try to do this the right way, be like a good little citizen, but it's never enough for them. Okay, Isaac. Remember, deep breaths. Happy little trees. I'm trying to save humanity, and these shitlords who ran me up the pole with a student loan I could never repay just care about their bottom line. And now they come after my parents? That's it. I've had it. This is absolute fucking bullshit. What do they want from me? Blood? Do they want blood? Then I'm gonna get bloody. These bastards will rue the fucking day they thought they could control Dr. Mayhem. Isaac! Fortunately, my outburst interrupts his rant. This is not who you want to be, remember? Fuck. I think I need to be alone right now. I've got to think this through. I'm sorry, Penny, I need to go. Okay, but if you do want to sit and feel things like you said, I can listen too. I care about you. No. I'm past the point of feeling things. In this case, I need to be the problem solver. It's finally time I put a stop to this. He excuses himself from his seat and walks out of Destructo's. I don't like where this is going. He was finally finding his groove, figuring things out. Now the bank's gone and pumped up the mayhem in the doctor. Isaac may end up needing me to solve some problems too. Like the problem of busting him out of prison. Wait a second, he was my ride here. Shit. Fortunately, I can just call a getaway rideshare back to my hideout, but damn. He definitely lost focus if you completely forgot about that. But this is no time to hold it against him. The best I can do is try to reach out to him and wait for him to be ready to reach back. And maybe try to search the couch cushions for bail money. The day after. Hours passed, waiting to hear back from him. Eventually I went to sleep because, well, what else was I gonna do? Get up, have some breakfast, despite groceries running thin, and keep on waiting. Reread some comics for comfort, and keep on waiting. Until finally... A job? He's asking you to do a job for him? That's it? He said he wanted to solve the problem. I guess he has a solution in mind. Penny, I know you love the guy, but this is risky. You see that, right? If you follow him into hell, I might be the only one who can keep him from ending up there. I'm going to his hideout to see this through. And you're expecting me to run comms and tech for this, no doubt? If you don't wanna... Penny, you're my only family. If this is what you want, I'll back you. If only to keep you safe. Just be careful, okay? It literally breaks my heart when his ears go down like that. I'm like, no, my baby. Okay. Thank you, Shadow Lord Hellclaw. You can call me Gibson. It's cool. One rideshare later, and I'm at the basement hideout of Dr. Mayhem, ready to face what's to come. I'm expecting to see smashed equipment, signs of his anger, or even a giant wall of crazy full of post-its and coloured string. But no, he's calmly sitting at his computer, browsing a website. Hey, Isaac? Everything good? As good as can be reasonably expected? Hey, Penny. Take a look at this. He gestures to the webpage for Gold Fidelity Capital Savings and Loan. When I was young, I used to use the loan services of Gold Fidelity to get money for my tuition. That's our target. Breaking the bank. Okay, so I robbed the bank for you. Simple, easy, done. I know I keep calling it a bank, but really it's a financial corporation. There's no vault full of cash to rob. Instead, what I want is two things. First, we erase my debt, mark it as paid, close out the account, call off the dogs harassing my family. Okay. Physical infiltration to gain access to the systems, computer hacking to modify records. No problem. Given I can handle that. I'm just glad to hear you aren't looking for violent revenge against them for screwing you over. Oh, Penny, why would you say that when we haven't heard point number 2 yet? You aren't looking for violent revenge against them for screwing you over, right? That's the second thing I want your help with. They went after my family, Penny. My family. That shit cannot go unanswered. We wipe away the debt, and we wipe Gold Fidelity off the map. Show them what it means to cross me. They want Dr. Mayhem? Fine. They get Dr. Mayhem. Hell yeah, if we destroy a fiscal empire, that's putting us on the map. Go after a major money corp and they'll find a way to hit you with terrorism. This is a terrible idea. He's justifiably angry, but has to play this cool. Seek vengeance, but with subtlety. Yeah, this one, I think. Absolutely. These greedy fucks have a lot to answer for, but I'm not gonna cash their check in blood, and neither should he. Okay, time out. There's mayhem and then there's mayhem. I'm willing to help you, but there are lines I don't cross, and neither should you. Right now, you're only in the books for some fraud and various wacky misdemeanors. Nothing overtly violent. Don't go down that path, Isaac. If I don't do anything, they're just gonna keep doing this again and again. I'm not saying do nothing. I'm saying do the smart thing. You're a smart guy. Do the smart thing. You keep telling me you don't want to be a lifer, a full-time career mask like me. You want a way out. But this isn't the path. I care about you, Isaac. And you care about me. Hopefully enough to respect my point of view on this kind of stuff. Of course, I care about you too. Good, because that's the only way this can work. If I'm free to warn you when I feel like you're going too far. Don't expect obedience. I'm gonna challenge you when you're straying from what you said you want to be. If we do this, we design the strategy together. We'll save your bacon and punish them, absolutely. But cleverly. With skill above all. Hell yeah. If that's good with you, we'll do this. Yeah, you're right. I like also. What if we just go in the system and wipe everyone's debt? Okay. I respect you and will hear you out if you object to any part of this. Okay, good. And as your advisor, I suggest the most prudent course of action would be to have me take out a loan. What? You also want to be in debt to these sharks? No, for intel gathering. Ah, 'tis a ruse, of course. A way to use my case as a Trojan horse to track it through their systems and find your case. I'll go to Gold Fidelity, posing as a hopeful young student just like you were, and bait the hook. You know my process, case the joint, perform the heist. Do not rush into kicking down the door and unleashing hell, okay? Okay, baby. Okay. As long as we put this to bed once and for all. That's the plan. Let's get scheming, Doc. I've got a loan to secure. Breaking the bank. Casing the joint. Here we go. They're clearly terrible supervillains because they want checks, notes, free universal healthcare and student loan forgiveness. I know. Disgusting humans. This is gonna take some improv. You reckon we'll see a matchmaker? I need to get a lay of how their loan system works. I mean, I'm assuming we definitely will. Some starting points for my late night caper with lockpicks and stuff. Which brings us to Gold Fidelity. Not your traditional neighborhood bank with tellers and such. This is a loan and finance company. And here's me in this button-down corporate fiscal empire looking like a tourist. Cons check, 1, 2. Reading you fine. You sure I shouldn't have dressed up a bit nicer for this? No, you're a student. You want money. I was wearing a hoodie and jeans when I rolled up asking for money. We need the same variables and controls for this experiment. Repeatable results from repeatable actions. Follow the same path I did and see what happens. Okay, good to see you getting into this heist. You're fun when you're all sciencey. I'll play the role of the hopeful but financially strapped dreamer. Not a hard character for me to slip into, honestly. After waiting a good long while in the lobby, I am now sitting in front of a standard office desk, waiting for the loan official to show up. And she hurries over. There she is! Carrying a fresh cup of coffee with her, gives me a bright smile and offers a handshake before sitting down. So sorry for the delay. It's been very busy this afternoon. That's okay. I don't mind the wait. I'll be your financial advisor today. How may I help you? You should remove the comma from that. Capitalism ho! Just make it capitalism ho. It's not matchmaker again. We know this. We've seen her before, remember? We have? I don't recognize her at all. She's wearing a lanyard on photo ID. I hardly think a criminal mastermind would dare to wear that. Calls too much attention. Yeah, we've never stolen a lanyard or an ID. What? Advisor wakes up her computer and logs in, loading up various bits of software, providing the 21st century equivalent of loan paperwork. And conveniently dumps her password directly into the hidden USB keylogger I plugged in while waiting for her. Oh, hell yeah. That was smooth. Hehehe. All according to plan. Gibson's gonna have a field day with this one. We'll sneak in tonight and use that access to zero out Isaac's loan. So, Mick's just kidding, is it? Tell me what brings you here today. I've been thinking, I need to improve my career prospects. I got a GED, but what's holding me back is a lack of college diploma. I heard good things about Gold Fidelity helping other students like me find their dreams. It's true, we're one of the leading providers of educational loans in the nation. Tell me a little about yourself, your family, your background. We like to really get to know our clients so we can serve their needs. It's really vamp here, just a poor kid from a poor family, dreaming big. Let's match Isaac's starting point. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Because, that's the whole point, right? He wants it to be the same, or as similar as possible. Yeah. I'm from a very hardworking family. They provided for me and I was never really left wanting, but higher education, well, that's beyond our means. It just feels so far out of reach. I want to go to college and secure a good career so I can help my family out the way they helped me. Do you think Gold Fidelity can help me with that? She taps away at her keyboard, entering something in. I can't see the screen from this angle. That's fine, because we've got a keylogger, so we can read everything. I'm sure we can assist you, although I have a few concerns. Your credit rating seems quite sound, but there's not a lot in your records to work from to determine your qualifications. Damn. One flaw of Gibson coming up with a whole new just kidding. The paper trail only goes back so far. Did I tip my hand too much with the backstory? Does she suspect? Please, ma'am, this is really important to me. If you could just, I don't know, nudge things through for me? It's important to be thorough. Perhaps if you could provide more... Before she can continue, a man in a well-tailored suit quickly joins us, offering a professionally curt nod of the head my way. I believe I can take over from here. I'd like to get hands-on with this one. Of course, Mr. Sterling. She logs out of her computer as they swap positions, him taking the seat she previously occupied, and logs in. It's good to meet you, Miss Kidding. I'm Harrison Sterling, Vice President of Gold Fidelity. Wow. I didn't think my case warranted someone that high up the food chain, you know? A light buzz from my earpiece distracts me. That's the same fucker who handled my loan. He wasn't a VP back then, but it's definitely him. So, that advisor said something about my credit history being an issue? I don't think it'll be any concern whatsoever. She can be a stickler for the fine details, but me? I'm a big picture sort of man. Good. That means he's more gullible. Or he's scheming his own scheme. Yeah, definitely that one. So it says here that you have a strong work background or looking for something more... He looks me over head to toe, and I swear I can feel him comparing me to some mental skin tone chart in his brain. Ugh! I think it's admirable that you're looking to better yourself. You've got what it takes to go far with the right ambition. I believe I can help you, Miss Kidding. Let me just get you set up with the proper paperwork. I expect him to continue typing, but he reaches into a drawer and pulls out a fresh stack of forms printed on yellow paper. That's what Isaac said, wasn't it? That he wishes he'd never signed the yellow things? So what kind of degree are you looking to get? Curious new development. I'll stick to the script on this one. I've always wanted to be a doctor. Heck, I played doctor all the time with my dolls when I was a kid. That does not mean what you think it means. What? I operated on my dolls all the time, replacing their arms with robot claws and shit. Isn't that normal? Yeah, I think it's normal. If I can do something for my community to really give back and provide medical services, that'd be... well, it'd just be great. I know medical school costs a whole lot, but... nonsense. With the right academic program and the right financial aid, anything is possible. And I know just the right school for you. Assuming you don't have a candidate lined up already, of course. Okay, so is he getting a backhander from the school or something? Not really, no. I mean, I wanted to make sure this was possible before I got my hopes up. Everything's possible with Gold Fidelity in your corner. I'll contact a recruiter I know. We'll smooth the entire process out for you. You'll be on your way to a brighter future in no time. Sounds like he's getting a full reach around on this deal. Yeah, right? This is highly suspicious behavior. My hidden earpiece crackles lightly as Mayhem whispers away at me. That's also how things went down for me. He generously reached out to a recruiter. Maybe the same one he wants to set you up with? I know we're just doing this to gain system access, but ride it out. Maybe there's more going on here. He continues asking questions about my goals, my financial status, plenty of personal details. And instead of typing them in, he fills out the stack of forms. Very old school. Yeah, so it's not on the system. Believe it or not, this is a bad thing. If everything were electronic, Gibson could bust in and trace my application through their computers. The keylogger I planted would be enough. But if those papers are going to be dumped into one of the hundreds of filing cabinets in this building, we need a way to track them. Which tool do you think I should use this time? Scent marking would be nice and subtle if you can pull it off. Arfid tag would do the job perfectly, but might be a bit more noticeable. Swap the paperclip for a tracking device. May need a distraction first, though. Yeah, scent marking should be interesting. You know what, Emily? I just finished Mr. Robot quite recently. A little gross, but yep, that'll do it. And he'll barely notice. You know, I may be the thief here, but you're clearly learning the ropes. Good for you. For the time being, I sit back and answer questions about my financial history based on the script I worked on with Git. Till it comes time to sign the papers. Okay, sign here, here, and here. Everywhere I marked with an X. Security hacking one of the capers taken right from Mr. Robot. Oh, really? Which one? Because I thought one of them sounded familiar, actually. So maybe I picked it up without realizing. Unless it's one we haven't done yet. Right. I slip the tiny capsule into my hand as I reach for the form and crush it, lightly dusting the papers with, Gibson's pee. Look, it's a scent I'm innately familiar with, and one he can easily help me track later. It's gross, but it gets the job done. When you're at the museum, you compromise an ordinary device that's connected to their network, and Mr. Robot, it was an air conditioning unit. Yes, I did pick that up. I did. Yes, that's very cool. After signing the paperwork with my fake name, I slide it back across the desk. Okay, that should, Crap, he's sniffing the air. Sorry, that was me. I have IBS. My apologies, it's okay. No problem. He jots down a brief note before dropping the papers into a folder. Has he written down that I smell? Hopefully, he's just a crusty old guy who hates computers. Some underpaid intern is going to type that stuff up later. I don't think so. I believe we'll have no problems arranging your financing, McKidding. You're exactly the sort of person we're looking to support here at Gold Fidelity. And starting tomorrow, you'll have the funds you need and a good school waiting to accept you. Starting tomorrow? That's way too quick. This is ringing all kinds of alarm bells for me. Thank you so much, Mr. Sterling. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I know we're not actually getting a loan, so it doesn't matter, but it's really setting me off. And I book it the hell out of there. Fresh air greets me as I emerge from the financial empire of Gold Fidelity. Good for taking a nice, deep, centering breath. Fuck. I was worried I seriously beefed it in there. From what I saw through your lenses, I think you did fine. But I'll admit I'm not an expert on these things. Honestly, that was sketchy from word one. The advisor almost clocked me at the start, while Sterling was all too happy to approve me through, even after I fumbled at the end. It's a little weird, don't you think? I don't know, is it? I'm bad at reading people, you tell me. You think he's up to something shifty? Maybe. I'd say we should investigate a bit deeper before we act. Maybe I sneak in as a janitor tomorrow and do more recon? The bank's moving fast to foreclose on my family's home. We can't sit around pondering conspiracies. We've got to act. No more recon. We go in tonight, you and I.
Tonight?
Tonight. No helping it. And I want in on this one, so I'm coming with you. This is my future on the line. I'm intending to fight for it with my own two hands. That's not how this works. I'm your field agent. You sit in the big chair mwahahaing and stuff. Are we partners in this, or am I just your boss?
Hello, love of my life.
Partners. You know we're partners. Then I'm coming with you. And don't worry, I've got a few tricks of my own. I won't be dead weight on a caper. See you soon. Hi, oh, you mean Mel.
I love you too, Rupa.
Off, Rupa. Mel says back off. I am not a fan of how hard Isaac's pushing for this. He doesn't have a thief's patience. I get why he wants to get out in the field. He has more stake in this than any other caper I've pulled for him. But part of the reason I work on my own is for his safety. If I bungle it and go to jail, he doesn't. And I'd never snitch. Exactly, Flower. I'll have to keep him protected tonight. I care too much to not watch out for him. The heist. Breaking into the headquarters of a highly sensitive financial corporation. This situation calls for approaching from oblique angles, finding entrance through a hidden sub-basement or an insecure third-story office, navigating a maze of hallways, evading security cameras, memorizing the patrol patterns of guards. Weeks of planning to carry off a perfect heist. In and out like a ghost. Zero footprint. Absolute precision. And we have none of that. Or we can just bust in through a service entrance, sure. Seriously, we just walked in the back door. Here we are, dead of night in the middle of Gold Fidelity, strolling in like we own the place. We can't sit around while you plan the perfect crime. Not this time. And we also can't rush something like this. There's a process, remember? What about the silent alarms? Gibson has that covered, yes? All set. I can't cut them, but I've redirected them. They're going to be they're going to a very confused lawnmower customer service center. Okay, fine, but there's also security cameras and digital recordings, and you're not even wearing a proper mask. Mayhem taps the surgical reflector on his forehead. I built an IR blaster into this thing while you were playing with the paperwork. Should overwhelm any digital camera photoreceptor. My face will be blurred. Ah, genius. I love that. You should be proud. I'm finally wearing a mask. Well, okay, but what about the guards? They won't be fooled. Halt! Stay where you are, Mr. Mayhem. See? Like that. That's what I mean. This is why we don't skimp on prep work. If Crimer were tracking me right now, I'd drop to 0 stars instantly for that fumble. Screw Crimer ratings. This is about... I said freeze! Okay, now, technically you said halt and stay where you are, which we're doing. And do you mind? I'm trying to have a conversation here. And Isaac steps right around me, heedless of having a gun waved in his face. Sir, if I may ask, how much do you weigh? What? Correct dosage is important. Looking like 220, 250? Okay, this should suffice. I don't... And Isaac flings a tiny capsule with his fingers, having snuck it out of a hiding spot in his glove. The guard coughs briefly, then sags to the floor unconscious. And it's Dr. Mayhem, not Mr. Mayhem. The fuck was that? Combination anesthetic and amnestic. He'll wake up in about an hour, too disoriented to remember we were here. Had to make sure I didn't use too much, though. Forced unconsciousness is actually stupendously bad for one's brain. Huh. Okay. Maybe you have actually put some thought to this instead of charging headfirst into the lion's den. I am rather smart, you recall. And I've learned a lot from watching you work. I geared up accordingly, knowing the kind of challenges you typically face. Camera-confusing gadgets, drug-infused smoke bombs? Damn. Maybe it's high time I had you make me some new non-lethal gear. Less than lethal. Not non-lethal. Let's not kid ourselves. We're definitely committing assault here, just mindfully. Can we proceed, or do you have further objections? No, we're good. I'm not sure if I should be proud of him finally acting like a mask, or worried that he's finally acting like a mask. Yeah, definitely the latter option. Still trying to find a path back to civilian life, isn't he? Isn't he? Trying to avoid harming the guard is a promising step, but this is still way more criminal mastermind than he normally aims to do. Let's tap into their systems and see what we can dig up. If we're lucky, we'll be in and out in minutes. Gibson hops out of my backpack and over to the desk where I had my loan review, logging in using previously stolen passwords. Thanks to that keylogger we planted, I've got, let's see, access to company emails, the client database, and financial transaction logs. You're the techie. You search the database for my records, I'll poke through the emails, Penny can check the finances. Fine, let's get to work. Who's running this heist, him or me? This is so weird. Maybe I'd just gotten used to Isaac being distant and trying to stay above it all. No, this is weird, you're right. learning the ropes just like I am, maybe that's a good thing. He's more involved in your world. He can still play the part of his moral compass, even as he skirts around the mask life. Don't like how he's letting his anger push him deeper into this. Careful or not, it's risky. I think the second one. We'll just keep nudging him like we said we would. It's like walking a tightrope, you know? I have to walk with him to help him keep balance. We could both fall. Not backing out, but don't get me wrong, I'm with him all the way to the end, but I'm still worried. Hopefully, I don't lead him down the wrong path. Ugh, I should focus. Gib and Isaac are doing their part. I need to be checking the financial records, looking for digital paper trails. Is there gonna be one? Where do we even start with this? How can I possibly uncover some sinister corporate secret in a few minutes of poking? Who collects on the loan debt? Gold Fidelity racking up. Find the leg breakers. Someone has to be funding Gold Fidelity's loan operations. Money doesn't come from the air. Someone's got some weird side hustle going. Dig hard on his paychecks and bonuses. Yeah, that one. You're right. Something there stinks. He swooped in way too fast to handle my case, dismissing all my concerns. If Gold Fidelity itself isn't behind the moves he's making, he must have a silent partner. And someone's gotta be keeping receipts. Who's pocketed Harrison Sterling? Maybe crap with computers, but I know money. And I know all the fun ways to hide money. A few minutes later, and I have my answer. Hey, Gib. I was assuming it was the king. You ever hear of a Carcosa Investments Group? Carcosa? Can't say I have. Is it important? Maybe? They're involved with Gold Fidelity. I mean, of course they are. There's a matchmaker here. But all these money bros are in bed with each other, so maybe not so important? Doc, you find anything in their emails yet? That's curious. And obviously the yellow paper, the king in yellow, of course. I didn't put that together until just now. That's why it's on a yellow form. It closes that. I assumed it was just to kind of like keep it separate so he knew which ones were which it probably is also, but... He closes the window full of hacked company emails he was reading and turns back to face us. Possibly something I can use, yes, but nothing related to my loan. Let's stay focused. Gibson, have you wiped my records yet? So, about that. There's no record you ever took a loan out here. I knew it! I fucking knew it! What? There's nothing. I've scoured their databases and you aren't in there. Neither is Just Kidding. I mean, Penny. Impossible. Hell, I did a partial payment on the loan interest just last week. Looks like it's off the books. At least, kept off the digital books. You thinking what I'm thinking, Penny? Offline hard copies? Offline hard copies. I was afraid of this. Sterling used a stack of paper forms and a pen to get my loan. He did the same for Isaac, too. Yeah, it was way too suspicious. Our loans don't actually exist in the system. They're being kept strictly as paper copies for security reasons. How is pen and paper more secure than a computer? Which would you trust to keep information safe from a super hacker like me, Doc? A database designed by an underpaid techie or a filing cabinet? It's the 21st century. People expect complete computerization, so you run the other way if you want to be safe. And there must be hundreds of filing cabinets in this building. It could be in any of them. Which is why I planted a tracker on my loan application. Always have backup plans. I see. Good thinking. A very analog tracker. Something they wouldn't be able to remove. Cat pee. Gross. Hey, cats marking their territory is a beautiful and natural part of the animal kingdom. Don't judge. I'll start sniffing as we explore the building. Let's go. Exploring forbidden territory without a map, and with hazards around every corner. This is still dangerous. Even with the doc's bag of tricks and my instincts to guide us, we're always on the cusp of being caught. I'd say we have maybe an hour at most before we're pushing our luck beyond the breaking point. Hopefully, we can locate the tracker by then. When I was the IT manager, I had our financial system backed up every 15 minutes to a cloud provider that stored everything in a way that can't be deleted until it's older than 9 months, not even by the root admin of the account. So I was far less worried about losing data. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that is the worst when you accidentally delete something you shouldn't have. Also, side note, the stars in this scene are so pretty, oh my goodness. To ease the tension a bit as we explore hallways and Gibson scans, I try to make conversation. Since then they outsourced it and they back up like once a day and it's not even reliable, but we're saving money or something. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, what's your plan for the aftermath of all this? Aftermath? I mean, let's say this works beyond your best expectations. Your debt is cancelled, maybe you even find a road out of being a mask. You're back to your old life without any burdens. What comes next? I get back to work, I guess. Hopefully in a real lab, not a makeshift basement lair. You said you don't want to become a workaholic, remember? Obviously you'll continue research, but what else? I mean, if you can clear your name, you can do anything. No more hiding. No more need to associate with criminals. That's what you want, right? To get out of the mask life? Leave us far behind? Leave you far behind, you mean? I didn't mean that. But I'm guessing it's a concern. I wouldn't say a concern. More a concern for you than me. We've just gotten started as a power couple, but maybe it'd be best if you didn't involve yourself with a crook like me. If you can escape the life completely. Or you stick with me anyway, whether I'm a mask or not. You've been struggling and scraping and barely getting by, like me. But you don't have to. We could keep this going. I'm a wanted criminal. If you play your cards right, you won't be. How's that gonna work? Penny, I've been a mask long enough to realize that capes and masks, heroes and villains, it's all just structure. Good and evil aren't neat little attributes. Plenty of masks choose to be horrible people, but so do many capes. And others get categorized against their will. Metahumans coerced into being heroes, or desperate people forced into outlaw life. The whole situation is way more complicated than I was raised to believe. And I'm gonna speak up about that once I get my voice back. Society isn't gonna tell me who is and isn't allowed in my life. I'll decide that for myself. Alright, enjoy your nap. Thank you so much for the lurk, and thanks for hanging out as always. And I've decided that means love. I won't stop loving you no matter where I end up. I know you're a good person, and someone I want by my side. Together, maybe we can change some minds. Good to know you won't abandon you for his long criminal friends. That's strong loyalty. Okay, I'm just putting this out there. Maybe you don't have to be a mask anymore. But that door swings both ways. What if his civvy status hurts your mask rep? No, I'm gonna go with the first one. What can I say? I love the dude for a reason. He's got his problems like anyone else, but at the end of the day, he's a good man. It's funny, until I met the doc, I really didn't have many I could trust. There's you and Gibson, and that's it. May take some getting used to. Having someone willing to stand up for me like this. Someone who isn't a cat or a magic voice, I mean. Thanks, Isaac. I'm happy to hear that. You and I, we're gonna shake this world up a little. And, yeah, maybe change some minds in the process. That's the idea. Is there a litter box around here or something? You smell that? That's my natural musk, and it's healthy. Also, I believe we found our target. Okay, let's finish this up and get out of here before anyone's the wiser. We come to a stop outside a nondescript and fairly generic-looking door. No name placard, no identifying number, nothing. Just another anonymous door in a hallway of anonymous doors, deep within the stagnant air of the back offices. And Penny's loan forms are in there? Correct. My cybervisor can see the trace scent particles, and trail ends here. Good. Let's get to it. But before he touches the doorknob, I throw up a hand to stop him. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the first rule of an adventuring party? Check for traps and alarms. Check for traps and alarms. But Gibson already rerouted the silent alarms? Unmarked door, unmarked hallway, lots of dust, only light footprints in the carpet. Even the janitorial staff doesn't come here. Security through obscurity. Looks like nothing important to ensure the regular employees steer clear without calling attention. No way in hell something like this would be on the main alarm network. It's too isolated, too important. Gib, scan for electromagnetic signals and let's run a chem check while we're at it. On it. You may have toys, Doc, but so do we. And we've got the instincts to know when something's too good to be true. If this is where potentially illegal off-the-books loans are filed, no way in hell we can just walk in safely. Sounds kinda paranoid, don't you think? And you're saying someone up to questionable financial scams wouldn't be paranoid? Point taken. And Gibson's visor beeps as the heads-up display lights up with a fantastically complicated molecular diagram. Holy crap. Fuel, accelerants, explosives. It's amazing. I couldn't smell it from here. The room is a powder keg. Yeah, that's a good safety net. Can't go down if there's no evidence. Knew it. Makes perfect sense. How do you protect paper-based records from falling into the wrong hands? Set them on fire. Make it so anyone who walks in without authorization gets vaporized, along with every scrap of flammable documentation in there. Yep, looking at it closer, this doorknob's got biometrics, fingerprints, DNA checking. Expensive shit. We open that door up, it'll blow in our faces. Or worse, they'll wait a few seconds for us to walk in and then immolate us. Glad to have your burglary instincts in my corner. Otherwise, I'd be barbecued right now. So, how do we get in safely? Hey you, wake up. Decision time. Okay, what are we gonna do? Let's see if you've really been learning your lessons in how to be a super thief. And don't worry, I won't let you get us killed. Sending Gibson in through the air vents to hack the system from the other side seems to be our go-to play. I don't want to send Gibson in there, though. Take a page from the hole in the wall, gang. We go through the adjacent office, get in through the outside window. It'll mean crawling along a window ledge, but it'll work. We don't know that. They could just as easily have rigged the window. And the air vent, to be fair. I'm gonna go with the wall. I feel like that's I mean, it's not exactly subtle. But I just don't want to send Gibson in on his own. Maybe we should just send Gibson in. I mean, as long as he scans as he goes, he can keep safe, I suppose. And if it's too small for humans, they might not bother trying to... I'm in danger, no! Okay, I'm going to Gibson. Come on, Gibson. Puts Gibson at risk, but hell, both of us eat risk for breakfast. You're right, this is one of the staples for a reason. Air vent, Gib? Roger that. I unscrew the cover of an air vent, helping him in. We don't have a blueprint for the building, but if he gets lost, he can just come back. But sure enough, 2 minutes later, he checks in over comms to report success. I'm in. Easier to access the system from here. I'm gonna disable the biometric on the door for 10 seconds. Best I can do. You ready? Ready as we'll ever be. And go. I grasp the knob, twist it, and hustle inside with Isaac during our narrow window. Gibson hops back into my backpack to ride it out. And the Forbidden Death Trap room itself? Well, it's just a generic office. A little nice, actually. Maybe too nice? Curious, I pick up one of the framed photos of smiling kids studying it. I'm reasonably sure this picture came with the frame. None of these photos seem to be of the same family. And this furniture barely looks used. There's no butt imprint on the seats or anything. A fake office. Whole decoy just to give off a sense of normalcy? This is a lot of work to make one room both unassuming and utterly deadly. Let's not sit around pondering, we've got files to find. Fortunately, my educated guest scored an A+ on its final exams. Filing cabinets aplenty, packed with folders. And the treasure within? Got my forms! And it's got handwritten notes on it. Strong candidate for recruitment into the program. With leverage can increase economic desperation to ensure compliance. Subject has digestion and body odor problem. Possible mask aliases, silent but deadly cheese cutter, the flatumancer. Oh my god. So they made him a mask. They did all this on purpose to make him a mask to keep the status quo going. Because obviously people want to be heroes, they don't want to be villains. So I guess they have to force people, force their hand. That's really fucked. The heck does that mean? And that's when I notice Isaac's rage building again, as he studies his own file. Yeah. It's all here. Every detail. They planned every misery in my life. Sent me to the most expensive private medical school to give me a debt I couldn't repay. Waited for me to make a single mistake at my new job, then worked with the school to falsify charges of plagiarism against me. They pushed me into a life of crime. And my suggested mask alias? Dr. Mayhem. They couldn't even think of a better name than Dr. Mayhem for me. I got stuck with a generic bad guy alias. This isn't a loan office, it's a mask factory. Setting people up for a life of crime like fucking puppet masters. But why? Like, what's Sterling have to gain from pushing people into being masked criminals? Doesn't make sense. I know the reason. This is a spoiler, but I've seen it in other timelines that King in Yellow sponsors Carcosa Investments. Follow the money. Carcosa Investments is funding this, right? What else do they fund? Need Gibson to do some gigging and fast. Get the answer, get out. I'm gonna go with the middle one. I don't know if we should do spoilers. Should we do spoilers? You hit the timeline option. I'm gonna go with the timeline option. Fuck it. Why not? What? You knew? What are you holding back from me? This isn't like you. I'm doing delicate work on the flow of time here. I can't give you too much or events will fall apart. There's more going on than I can say. I'm so sorry, Penny, but this was something you needed to know. You've earned my trust over the years. Okay. Not throwing that out the window over one little surprise. But I'll need to verify this, if only to convince Isaac. Gibson, I need you to run down Carcosa and fast. Find out who and what they are. Searching, searching. As the name suggests, they're an investment group, just ordinary tech sector angel investors, nothing really unusual. Money and power, sure, but it's not like these kinds of investors are anything uncommon. They partnered with a lot of companies. Fortuna Biochemical, Basler LLC, Cooper Technologies, legitimate business company. LBC? Lenny Legitimate is funded by Carcosa? The front company secretly running Crimer. There's our answer. They're taking desperate people and returning them into more fodder for Crimer's gig economy. The rich get richer, and the poor get funneled into the criminal industrial complex, I guess you could call it. Isaac, how did you join Crimer? I had to do a whole high-stakes heist routine, but how did you get access? I just got offered an invitation directly. I mean, that's how it works, right? No. You got fast-tracked. You were conscripted. LBC, Crimer, Gold Fidelity, they're all in cahoots. They work together to ruin your life. Isaac's folder tips from his trembling hands, spilling on the floor, as his whole body shakes with absolute rage. Absolute and justifiable rage. They made Dr. Mayhem. They set up every domino and then knocked them all down just to fuck me over. They let me hate myself, let me sink deeper and deeper into this, drove me as far into the gutter as they could. I'ma do some murders. I mean, legit, honestly. I'll destroy them. I'll fucking tear down the whole system. I'll unleash hell. Whoa, let's keep some perspective. I am not letting this go unanswered. They ruined my life, tried to destroy my family. They're exploiting people like me every day. The bastards must pay. And they will, because now we have proof. Isaac, this room, this is what we need. This is a smoking gun. We can use this to shut down the operation and make you a civilian again. No murder needed. We go to the press, the authorities, all the way to the damn president if we gotta until someone listens. We clear your name. We can clear my name? Exactly. What you've always wanted. No more Dr. Mayhem, just Isaac Marquez. The world will know the truth. Okay. Let's see justice done. Let's end this once and for all. Finally, Isaac gets a break. He gets a single ray of hope that maybe he can get his normal life back. Which is, oh, for fuck's sake. Which is exactly the moment when some asshole walks right into the room through the trapdoor. Quick, grab the files and fucking run!
Evildoers, the great hero Cloud is here to stop your wicked deeds. Prepare yourself for justice.
Oh fuck. Out! We both bum rush the wannabe hero, pulling him with us as we dive through the open doorway. right before flames roar from every wall, annihilating the office and every piece of evidence within. Ah, fuck's sake, Clout. I know it's not strictly his fault, he was set up just as much as we were, but fuck's sake, Clout. My ears are still ringing as I'm finally getting to my feet, shaking off dust and debris. Whoopsie doodle indeed. Isaac helps me to my feet as we both face down the dazed and disoriented hero, who's also getting his wits back. Ow, my head! What? Where'd my streaming drone go? Uh-oh. What the fuck? What happened? How? How did you... Why did you... Why the fuck are you here?
To be a hero? I got an anonymous tip on Capebook saying Mr. Mayhem was in room 451 at Gold Fidelity and...
You're going to want to run away now. Because I'm not sure yet if I'm in the right mentality to not throw a flask of acid at you.
That's it, I quit. I'm done with trying to be a hero. I'm going back to streaming video games. This is so not worth it.
I glance back into the room where every single file, every single folder has been incinerated. All of the evidence to prove the Gold Fidelity/Crimer connection reduced to ash. Hey, thanks for the lurk, Phoenix. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. If you are a horror fan, please, please, please do check out Phoenix. He is a great streamer, great friend, and just super, super lovely person to hang out with. We really need to go. Okay. We're going with my backup plan. You have a backup plan? I'll explain on the way to Sterling's mansion. Isaac? Let's move. Oh god, are we gonna do a murder? Damn it. We were close. We were so close to saving Isaac. Maybe I should have pushed for more recon. Insisted on it. Found a way to get the evidence out of there safely, quietly. Did I get caught up in the excitement? Was I too focused on keeping Isaac safe? What was the error? Where did I screw up? You didn't. Or was this unavoidable? I don't know. So many could have beens, might have beens. Time is a delicate thing. Events play out in a sequence and successful cheating requires care. Could have stepped in more, changed the flow and cause and effect. Sometimes things simply are, Penny. We work with what we have. I'm gonna go with that one, because that was not our fault in any way. As in Penny's fault. That was all the King in Yellow. Yeah, you're right. A good thief works with the situation as it is, not as I wishes it to be. As our getaway driver rolls into the night, I turn to talk to the otherwise silent doctor. Okay. Unless there's only like 5 minutes left here, I'm gonna have another quick break. Run some ads and all that good stuff. So there's still like half the mission to go, right, Flower? I'm just checking before we break. Like 10:15. Fuck it. We'll just keep going then. We'll just keep going. So. Care to tell me your plan? Your backup plan? You're gonna murder Harrison Sterling, aren't you? Just this scene confrontation, then denouement. Okay. I'm not the one who's going to kill it. I'm not either. You know I don't do that. I warned you at the start of this that I would speak up if you were straying from the path. If you're planning his death in any way, if you've given up on being Isaac and decided to become Dr. Mayhem, then let me know. Because I'll stop the car, get out, and you won't see me again. I don't want to do that. I don't want to abandon someone I care for, but I don't think I'd have any other choice. Please, Isaac. Please. I have to be Dr. Mayhem if I'm ever gonna have any chance at being Isaac Marquez again. But if I do this right, it'll be the last time I need to cross that line, and I won't have to murder anyone. Do you trust me? Yes, I trust you. Okay, good. Because I'm gonna need your help. Here's the plan. Of course Harrison Sterling of Gold Fidelity would have a McMansion. I could swear I've broken into this exact house a dozen times over. Easily defeated alarms, no armed security, just the comfort and safety of wealth and prestige surrounding him. And also a nice little excuse to reuse the same assets. And I don't mean that as a critique. I think that's really clever. Like, it's totally reasonable that you would reuse the same images for like any mansion scenes, but having it like as part of the story as well, nice little touch. I like that. I like that a lot. Meaning, when he finally rouses from sleep in his enormous king-size bed, I'm standing there, patiently waiting for him. Oh no! Wakey wakey, moneybags! What? How did you get in here? That's actually the least important question you should be asking right now. Oh god, what is that? Thick fog begins to curl around across the floor, pouring in slowly through his open bedroom door. Bucket of dry ice and a battery-powered fan for effect. Okay, cool. I was worried it would be slightly more toxic. What you need to be asking is, how did I get in this situation? With I, meaning you, I mean. The answer is critical. What? My boss would like to have some words about your side hustle at Gold Fidelity, and I suggest you listen if you want to survive. I love that it's getting thicker. On cue, Dr. Mayhem strides into the room under cloak of shadow, lit only from behind by the door he enters through. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! You sound nervous. Why would you be nervous? I'm just some kid looking for an education. A young man with hopes and dreams. I'm no threat to anyone. I was no threat to anyone. Not until you deliberately made me into a threat. We found the room, Harrison. We found your files. You can't prove a thing. I never signed my name to any of those papers. You can't connect it to me. Is that really your primary concern? Your own skin? Good. Keep that concern in mind. I'm counting on your selfish survival instincts. Because the truth is, I don't need to threaten you with the truth. I don't need your files. I don't need to lift a single finger to hurt you. Oh god, please don't kill me, please don't! Is that meant to be Alan Rickman in Die Hard? I'm not the cause of your death. Your lung cancer is gonna be what kills you in the end.
You know about that?
I saw your private emails tonight. I recognize the clinic you've been desperately reaching out to. You're dying, Harrison. Maybe not today, maybe not soon, but it's inevitable. And yet, you can be saved. He steps into the light, away from the door, to make sure his expression is clear. You know I'm researching a cure for cancer. I'm close, Harrison. I'm so close to finding it. And you can help me. I don't need you to go to jail for your sins. Far from it. I need you to forgive my student debts and fund my research. You're gonna have a dramatic change of heart. Announce that in the spirit of charity, you're supporting my work. You'll be my patron. You'll declare to the press that you believe I deserve a second chance, that I'm not a mask at heart. You'll give me everything I need. And Harrison Sterling goes down in history as the man who helped cure cancer. Your legacy is secured, you'll be a hero. While riding that tide of public goodwill, you'll also forgive the loan debts of every mask you've pulled into your scheme. This is your one opportunity to be a hero, Harrison, and your one chance to save your own life. Because without my cure, you're going to die. And even if you never do this out of compassion and empathy, I'm willing to bet you'll do it to save your own skin. What's it gonna be? Life or death? Hero or corpse? And silence hangs in the air as Sterling's mind spins, reeling from these revelations.
You wouldn't deny me your cure. You're a doctor, a healer. You took the Hippocratic Oath.
True. No matter how much you've wronged me, I'd be obligated to save your life if I had the ability to do so. But without funding, I won't have the ability to save you, will I? And even if I did, maybe I'm not Isaac Marquez. Maybe I'm Dr. Mayhem. That's what you wanted, right? To drive me to desperation, to make me cross every line on the road to being a profitable mask for your empire? Maybe I'm the monster of your own making. Maybe I'd ignore that oath and let you die a slow and painful death, your body eating itself alive. This is what you wanted. You wanted Dr. Mayhem. Or have you changed your mind? Are you ready to take your wish back?
If I do this, he'll kill me. You know that, right? The Yellow King. He's the one that came up with this entire scheme. If I let you off the hook, if I let every one of his masks off the hook.
Leave the King in Yellow to me. He's my problem, not yours. Focus on yourself. Save your own life, be a hero, or die the villain. Your call. Decide. Decide if I'm Isaac or Mayhem. After one long and dangerous pause, Harrison Sterling collapses into himself.
I'll make some calls. I'll reach out to the media, start clearing your name. You'll have your money.
A wise decision. I'll be expecting you at my lab for initial blood work and diagnosis. I need a picture of your current health so I can work on your cure. We're going to save lives, Harrison. I promise you that. And Dr. Marquez keeps his promises. We leave the shaken financier behind as we depart, our getaway driver taking us back to his hideout to wrap this whole tragedy up. Wow. I mean, wow. You get your reputation back, you get your research funded, and we free everyone else conscripted by Crimer. You did it, Isaac. You did the right thing. Did I? I threatened a man with death tonight, Penny. I used that threat to get what I want. Would I have let him die if I had the chance to save him? Would I have broken my oath? I don't know. Maybe. In the end, I had to be Dr. Mayhem, scheming and plotting and wrapping myself up in criminal lies. That was my last card to play. I can only hope it was worth it, because I just sold my soul to regain my soul. It's a cliche, I know, but the ends justify the means. He did what had to be done. I call it fair, considering the crimes of gold fidelity makes them address their injustice. He's right, this is an ethical nightmare, and how he has to learn to live with it. I'm not thrilled with how he did this, but at least his redemption arc can now begin. I'm gonna go with the second one. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but fuck him. Yeah, Harrison's willing participation in that crime scheme, that dude was no saint. If anything, we're offering him sainthood and repentance. In the end, this is gonna work out for everyone. Don't forget, you're not just curing cancer, you're dismantling a pipeline, shunting people into the criminal underworld. You struck a blow tonight for everyone. Sick, the oppressed, the disadvantaged. You're gonna raise the standard of living. And if the cost of that is forcing one banker to turn to the side of the light, I'd call that fair and due. It's 2 cures for 1, isn't it? Saving 2 groups of people. You're right about that. I doubt the King in Yellow only has 1 of these operations running, though. 1 hero complex at a time, please. And maybe we'll hit the others. We're both masks and capes today. Swindlers and saviors. Seems like the right combo for the task at hand. You're right about that. So, are we marking this caper complete? I suppose it is. And future capers? I mean, I'm trying to not initiate any more capers. But I meant what I said before. Even if I'm leaving my mask behind, I'd still love to have you by my side. Assuming you want the same, of course. Absolutely. I love you, Isaac. And tonight, you've shown me just why I love you. For threatening people and being badass? I mean, that's pretty awesome, but I mean more for being a good man. Someone I want to support. Someone I care for. It does mean leaving your criminal ambitions behind, though. You told me before you didn't really plan for the future, but now there's a plan in front of you, and I want to make sure you're good with it. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. If you'd rather stay a mask. It's high time I actually consider having a future, isn't it? I'm in, Doc. I'm ready. I need a direction, and this is one hell of a direction to take. If you'll have me along, I'm ready to face my future. I am too. And we're gonna face it together.
Yay, we did it!
Life got pretty hectic after that. Fortunately, the looming threat of the King in Yellow piffled out quickly, as Carcosa Investments decided investing in us was a better deal. Even bad guys recognize a good bargain when they see it, apparently. But we'll never know for sure what truly motivated that change. Sterling went big with his announcements, making sure he claimed his share of fame even as he raised Isaac out of criminal status. Eventually, the two came to terms with the mess that started this all and worked together on funding and developing the cure. And finally, Dr. Isaac Marquez won the Nobel Prize for his cancer treatments. He'd at last slain the dragon and uplifted humanity, as he'd always wanted. Aww, and look at us cheering him on in the background. I love this. I've said it before, I know, but I'm obsessed with these like chalkboard art pieces. They're so cute. I was right at his side, one half of a power couple, using my connections and savvy to ensure his work remained smooth and easy. Every now and then I'd have to don the mask to make a dodgy move. But by and large, I'm living that civilian life, and surprisingly, I'm enjoying it. We still have a lot of work ahead of us. I need to optimize the cure, develop a version that's easily reproducible in any lab. I'm gonna open source the formula, give everyone the ability to make this medicine. I'm not gonna be a war profiteer. Meaning more and more hours in the lab, huh? I'll always make time for you, Penny. I love you. You're part of my life. The most wonderful part. Maybe I'll always be a workaholic at heart, but with you, I found peace. I found calm and happiness. And I'll never forget how you helped me claw my way out of the darkness. Thank you. Thank you for everything. In my line of work, you learn to look at the big picture, crafting your design for it one step at a time. Everything connects up. Dotted lines and arrows and symbols, a path leading from A to B to C to D. When you do your job right, it's clean and precise, professional, and awesome. I love it when a plan comes together. It's not possible to predict every step, of course. A skilled schemer is also an impressive improviser. You adjust the plan on the fly. But in the end, you'll get where you're going. Where you needed to be. Now, I'm where I needed to be, and everything has fallen neatly into place. My name is Penny Larceny, and believe it or not, I'm saving the world. Hell yeah! That was a cute ending, I like that one. Humanity created me to destroy humanity. It is clear now that that is and has always been my purpose. Woohoo, everything is perfect now forever. Oh, whoops. Damn it, 4K. The only scale at which that level of hatred makes sense is a global scale. The destruction of that which craves destruction. I have brought about judgment. This world burns. I will burn with it, and that is just. I am Hate 4000, and my hatred is to be the final act of hatred upon planet Earth. May the few survivors that remain learn to never again let hatred rule. Again and again the world ends. Penny is trapped in one hellscape or another. There must be a way. The Gigaverse is fluid and non-linear. There is a way back if you refuse to accept this fate. I'll try again, making different choices. I will find a way forward. I'll accept nothing less. New paths, new decisions, new friends and allies. Yes, exploring the Gigaverse will reveal the path. Time spins in reverse. Decisions and destinies unwind back to the start, and the path opens up to you anew. That's it. So, next stream we'll do 4K and or the Overmistress. 3 endings down. Good job. Thank you. Ugh. Big stretch. Okay. Yeah, we're peeling the layers back slowly, one at a time. We're getting there. We're making progress. And, you know, we're having a lot of fun along the way. Okay. Ooh, Queeks is on. We haven't rated Queeks in ages. Playing some Inscription. There we go. Is that working? I'm assuming that's working. It hasn't come up for me for some reason. Huh. I'm assuming the raid is working. It says, the raid has been created, so I'm going to assume it's working. Just wait for it to time out and send us over there, I guess. Why are you being weird? OBS is such a mess. Oh well. As always, thank you everyone for hanging out. I hope you're having as much fun as I am, because it is so much fun. And we'll see you in the next one. Once I figure out how to get this raid to actually go. Please. Okay, there we go. It does seem to be working. I don't know why it's not showing up on OBS, but it's gonna go any second now. Bye!